Hello, you. Welcome to Geekism. How are we doing this fine morning? Oh, need a big stretch. 1 second, I have to do a big stretch. You all have to say, oh, big stretch, like you do. Isn't it weird whenever you see a dog stretch? Oh, whenever you see a dog stretch, you have to say, oh, big stretch. I don't know why that is. How are we, folks? Good to see you. We're here in Pinewood. A bit of detailing this morning. We're hopefully going to try and box off the boat ride. Whether we get that far or not, I don't know. But that's going to be the plan. Clara Kelly, good morning. The Mango, first time catching one of these streams. Well, you're very welcome here. The Mango. Love Sophie and Lilo. How's it going? Nice to see that nice orange name there. Thank you for the support. Oh, I have a little swig of coffee. I've been in ball one this morning. I couldn't even be bothered to make coffee. That's not true. I had to run some errands this morning, and my little treat to myself is getting a coffee. It's just black coffee. It's coffee beans and water. I could have made it myself for 20 cents, but my little treat is spending $2 on one. Big stretchums, yeah. Hey, Moomin Little Socks, thank you so much for the 100k. Thank you. I apologize for absolutely bastardizing your name. You are a newer creator to me, but I've been very much enjoying your stuff. I've been watching a lot of yourself and Corvus and Nerd Chacho. Mostly because the three of you are like the ones I can see at least that have been still consistently putting out Planet Coaster stuff over the last year or two. So I've got a lot of catching up to do, and I've been having a lot of fun during them all. It was so good I considered a name change. You're very sweet. Hello, finally got to watch you live. Very excited. Hey, Shay. The Rapping Raptor. I love it. What a great name. Yeah, so here we are in Pinewood. I might have to just knock the settings down. I normally run it pretty high when I am when I'm recording, but I don't know whether the stream will handle it as well. So we're just going to knock it down a little bit. Really loving forward to this new part. Yeah, excited to see more. I mean, you know, episode 1 is the parking lot, you know. So, but yeah, definitely want to see how the theming comes out. I partly think what I'm going to plan with Meanderville is I kind of want to sort of like box it out, go in with like terrain paints and kind of say, okay, here's going to be here and here's going to be there. But then just be like, and I'm just randomly starting here. Like I don't even think I want to do like episode 1 entrance plaza, episode 2 parking lot. Like I kind of want to just be like, yeah, we're just going to start on this thing right at the back and we'll work forward. Just to kind of change it up, because I don't know, I feel like there's something to be said about I feel like week 1 of Planet Coaster 2, there will be 15 parking lots we get to watch be built. Do you know what I mean? Watch me cook. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Hey, Pixel Platypus. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Who needs structure? Yeah, exactly. Just fling something out at the back and be like, we'll work backwards. That might be the plan. We'll see. I want Meanderville to very much be what's the term we use? Not big picture. Master plan park, to be honest with you. Yes, I want it to be like a master plan park. So it's not like here with Pinewood, we were very fun first, parking fines later. Exactly, yeah. With Pinewood, we were very much like, I want this to be a small sort of food court with a carousel, and you could walk around the gardens. And then a little bit later, they removed some of the gardens and they put roller coaster in. Like it literally still says, like, this is what it would have been, roller coaster. Look, it's just, this is a roller coaster. This is a new thing. And then eventually that got opened up a little bit more, and they added some games and prizes and hooker ducks and what have you, and this became Thunderer and Little Thunderer. And then we moved over this way a little bit, and we added some more here, and then the promenade got put in, and that's very much been the plan with Pinewood, is that it's like a generational park or a decades park, I hear them referred to sometimes, and you can really kind of see the stark contrast, and it's like, this was done in the 40s, this was done in the 50s, this was done in the 60s. So here we have the sort of 60s Googie area, which maybe would have been a little bit later than that, I suppose. Next up, Mass Bandit's sort of late 70s area. And then we have this area is sort of shaping up to be the sort of mid-80s development. We have some 90s stuff here with the IP, and then finally a 2000s area. So like it looks like it's all over the place, but there is rhyme or reason. There is rhyme and reason to it. With Meanderville, are you going to do a park as an old park to modern day, or brand new park all made? No. So exactly that. This is going to be Meanderville will be the opposite. It's going to be a master planned park built in the 2000s at least, maybe even a little later. Yeah. What FBS do you have? I have no idea. It's just something I can see without like without a add-on or something. I don't know. It runs like this. It runs fine. I don't really have any problems with it. It just crawls when we hit autosave. Yeah. And then, there we go. Hey, DH. How's it going? We have a rip-off of Duel here. The Haunted House. Glad to catch one of these again. You're very welcome, buddy. If you're on stream, you can open the overlay and turn it on in settings. What overlay? Oh, if I'm on Steam, sorry. What's Steam overlay? Alton something? Spooky door? I don't know whether... I have a bit of a spooky... I don't know whether you can hear any of that, but that's very spooky. POV of the haunted house? No. And the reason I'll say no is because a good chunk of it uses screens, and we lost all of the... Look at this. Look at these crocodile heads and stuff. Looks good at night. We lost so many of the screens... that was a screen there. I'm pretty sure that was a screen at least. Like it was still super jank and crappy, but like there was I'm sure that was a screen there. We went through spiders, and then this was like a tunnel thing that isn't here anymore. Like it's just broke. Morning, hey, Mr. Gomez. How do we say that? I only ever see it written down. Is it Moen? Yeah, shift tab. Boop. Is it one of these? Settings overlay. Oh, in-game FPS counter. Top left. Uh, 19. It doesn't feel that bad, does it? 19. It really doesn't feel that bad. Yeah, 18. It doesn't feel that bad at all. I'd have guessed like 30 something. It doesn't feel like it's less than 30. Let's see what... 21. We get 20 over here. I wonder if we... oh, no, sorry. I wonder if we knock it down to like medium. See if that makes much of a difference. Not particularly. Mass Bandit is here. He is. Moyen. I didn't even see it written down. What is my favourite ride in the park? That's a great question. You do have almost 3,000 guests. Do I? Oh, Jesus. Why is it that high? I thought I got it at like 500. Where's that? Where's that as an option? Is that in here? Park management. Maximum. Oh, it's not an option anymore. Oh, I think I know what's happened. I had to, if you've watched the recent Pinewood Hills episode, you'll notice this. I had to go into scenario editor to get rid of some trees here. And now, whenever I open the park, it opens as a scenario and not as a sandbox. Does anyone have any idea how I turn it back into sandbox? Because like I have unlimited money and everything, but it's technically not sandbox anymore. It's a scenario where you have unlimited money and no goals. You know? Did crowd strike affect your park? I don't know what that means. All right. Anyway, I'm going to get started on something. We're over here. You can open a sandbox from the main menu. I couldn't find that as an option. And then I can resave it as sandbox, I assume. All right. I'll have to have a look afterwards. Well, for now, we have that many people. Maybe we just close the park. Come on. Well, you get out. I said get out. Okay. Anyway, we're down here today. The ride itself is almost done. We need to do a little bit of curbing just on this last section, and then the curbing is actually finished, which is kind of exciting. Custom scenario, open as, then sandbox. Thank you. I'll have a look at that. I joke saying CrowdStrike made your Parker campaign. Yeah, I don't know what CrowdStrike is. Sorry, that doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, we need to do a little bit more stony stuff around here. Pied Piper is great. Yeah, he's got a pipe, and then we finally found a use for the rats. Do you have any ideas, themes you can ride? No. Also, that's all spoilers for now. Although, how exciting is this? Right, this is a spoiler because it hasn't actually definitely happened yet, but I'm pretty sure it will. I have been talking to a composer about getting custom music done for Meanderville, like a custom soundtrack. How cool is that? That's exciting. Just watched the latest Marineland update by Brightstone Films before heading here, and yikes, too janky. Yeah, that's too janky. Marineland is a little too jank. I would really want to go and ride those janky coasters, but I don't want to support a place that did what it did with those animals, you know. I have a question. What's the biggest difference between UK and Canada? That's a really good question. Weirdly, some things are much more expensive here. Like very specific. Like for the most part, the cost of living is quite similar. But weirdly, some things are super expensive here. Like window cleaning or valeting a car for some reason is really expensive here. Gas is quite cheap here, but insurance is expensive. I say gas is quite cheap here. It's not compared to the US, but it is compared to England. But other than that, honestly, for the most part, there's a lot of similarities. CrowdStrike is known for producing antivirus software. However, they caused a bunch of Windows PCs to give the blue screen. To close all restaurants and shops. CrowdStrike is a computer program, and yesterday an update it bricked a lot of PCs around the world. Oh, right, okay. Gas is cheap, not compared to the US, but yes, it is compared to the UK. Yeah. But gas in the US is insane compared to the UK. It's insanely cheap, sorry, that is. Yes, I imagine you, as an American citizen, probably recently in Canada, was quite surprised at the cost of gas. It's nothing compared to the UK. Think about how much it costs in Canada, and it's about double that in the UK. Yes, no, I've also always been pleasantly surprised about the cost of fuel in the US. Whenever I've traveled to the US, the last thing I do before I head over on the bridge is like, well, right, let's fill her up. Did you use a composer for the Geekism music, or is that royalty free? No, that's royalty free. That's just a Epidemic soundtrack, yeah. And so far, pretty much everything I have done. It's somebody recently reached out to me and was like, "Love the idea of Meanderville. Enjoyed Pinewood, but this is not the sort of place that gets custom music. Enjoyed Pinewood, but really love the idea of working with you. So that's exciting stuff. Very much looking forward to it." Is the adventure boat tour still here? Did you delete it back when you were going to do an adventure area? Might be a fun addition to add back. The absolutely no more rides in Pinewood. No. But yeah, no, originally we threw it in around the lake, but it never became anything, honestly. Never became a thing. I think Pinewood needs a Giga Coaster. Shut your the whorish mouth. How do you make your park logos? They look so professional. As in, like the graphics for them, or like how do you make them in the game? No more rides in Pinewood. 2 days later, hey, accidentally built a new Rapids ride. But that's it. Pinewood needed a Mr. Blobby ride. Oh, if there was ever going to be an IP in Pinewood, it would be Mr. Blobby. Absolute British institution. The graphics. Thank you for saying they look professional. I do them all myself. I mean, I did work as a graphic designer for a time, mostly in print media. I'm very colorblind, so it isn't really the sort of industry I could have gone into at a high professional level. So the majority of my work was sort of typesetting and layout, because color theory is something I struggle with a lot. I think it's probably the one thing that really holds me back in this game, and I'm not very good at color. I don't do color very well. Yeah. Do you aim to finish Pinewood before Planet Coaster 2? The idea sounds stressful. Yes, no. Plan is to finish it before Planet Coaster 2. But to be honest with you, though, there's so little to do now, honestly. Like, it's all the snaggy stuff. The main reason I put the rapids in is so that I've kind of got something to show off in videos. But really, like we're done, really, you know? Like, this area is finished. This area is finished. This area is not quite finished. We're just going to work on this back area here, and obviously the rapids that we added, but this needs tidying up. We need to tie it into the campsites a bit more around here, more tree line. This area is pretty much done with only this. So really, it's just like that's what we need to do now. Finish. I mean, the manor is done to all intents and purposes. So there, and then bringing this road down. Like, honestly, there's maybe 15 hours work left in this if I really sat down and pulled my finger out. The next area of the park is going to be a Fantasyland, I think. No more Pinewood. Pinewood is a movie like Europa Park is getting, a movie based on their Mickey Mouse rip-off race. That's random. Next week, John, we will load a video. Arrow Hyper. No! I mean, so let's be honest. You are right. As far as the skyline is concerned, a big hyper coaster would really be great. But I did think about it. Shut up. I did think about it. Are you adding cars? Yeah, we'll throw some cars down there, I guess. I did think about it, and the only way I could really see it working was here from the adventure area and just do an out and back that comes all down the campsite here. And then basically like down here and back, but nah. Like it couldn't go over this side because of the manor, and like it ain't fitting anywhere else. Like, but honestly, I kind of like the fact that the arrow is the coaster line. You know, like we haven't actively tried to sort of keep stuff under the tree line like somewhere like Alton, but I kind of like the fact that it feels very grounded and very budget. So Where in the UK would you place Pinewood? Oh, right, just in between, like somewhere up the M6, like where Camelot, American Adventure, where they used to be, because that's a kind of blind spot. Obviously, a bit further north you have Blackpool. In the Midlands you have Alton Towers, and then further south you've got Thorpe. I think the only place it could really work is kind of in the backbone up the M6. Yeah. Make Pinewood Giga again. It's not happening, folks. Last thing you should do is start building a hypercoaster, leave it half complete, and just say under construction. I kind of like that idea. Pinewood needs a flat ride in the manor itself that's always broken down. I don't hate the idea of I don't hate the idea of throwing a little flat up here, but I don't really want to mess with what Mineral did, honestly. Like, the only place it could really, you could do something along the back here, like the little carousel would probably go quite nice up here. That would be funny, a construction zone. It would, but also I'm kind of really leaning into the idea of actually finishing the freaking thing. Is Pinewood financially successful? Is it doing well? Or is it like Drayton Manor? Oof, shots fired. No. I'm not going to build something that's not great. Everyone loves Pinewood Hills. Pinewood Hills would be just fine. It would be the sort of place that everyone in a 100-mile radius of it goes once a summer. And that's enough to keep it going. Like, it's that kind of park. I doubt you would get travelers come to it. I doubt people would travel in from Europe or anything like that, because it doesn't have... by design, it doesn't have any, incredible coasters. Pretty much every major coaster it has outside of Thunderer is almost an off-the-shelf model. Masked Arrow is a little bit more custom, but it's still very much sort of off-the-shelf pieces just put together in this kind of order. Obviously, the Boomerang is an off-the-shelf model. The SLC is an off-the-shelf model. The Kiddie Coaster is custom, but nobody's traveling for that. And even the Little Thunderer is an off-the-shelf. It's a figure eight wooden coaster. So the only real thing here for coaster enthusiasts would be that the Thunderer is old and still running. I really wanted that kind of Big Dipper feel to it. Not really great, but good because it's old. Yeah, there's no signature attraction. No one's going to go out their way to Paris. Yes, exactly that. Yeah, it doesn't have its nemesis or its or any anything else. And that a little bit. Obviously, Pinewood started a long time before I moved to Canada, but once I got to Canada and once I'd visited Canada's Wonderland a few times, that was something I kind of liked about that park in its way. Is that Canada's Wonderland doesn't have. You're not going there for anything. You're going to Canada's Wonderland because it's the theme park that you're near to in Canada in the summer. Cool, let's go for a day at Canada's Wonderland. But other than, it's got a hyper and it's got a Giga on the other side, but I still don't think they're anything particularly to write home about. I still don't think it's really necessarily worth coaster enthusiasts traveling to. It was designed to be an old attraction that's hung around because they can't afford anything new and custom. Yeah, exactly that. And it kind of fits, right? Like I said, the back end layout is a little bit more custom, but this is very much, if you look at Alton Towers before Air, Air was the point, I think, where they really still moved away. Don't tell me I want to go. Don't tell anyone I want to go to Canada's Wonderland to the new Snoopy Coaster. To be fair, Snoopy Coaster is amazing. We rode it last year and it's actually really good. It's a really great family coaster. If you look at Alton Towers before Air, they had Nemesis and Oblivion, but at that point they still had Corkscrew, which was an off-the-shelf model, and they still had Black Hole, which was an off-the-shelf model, albeit in a tent. And that was kind of the sort of moment in time I was looking for. They just started to lean into custom stuff and started to put themselves on the map, and Pinewood hasn't quite got there yet. I'll be honest, if I was to do a Pinewood 2024, the arrow would be pulled out and there would be I'm sorry, Master, but he designed it this way. The arrow and go-karts would be pulled out, and there would be a really awesome coaster here that dealt with the terrain. Something like an RMC would be awesome, but it'd probably be a bit too heavy on the wooden coasters. Something like don't know what would work really well. So, and then probably, to be honest, the SLC would come out for something like a Eurofighter or something like that, you know. Icon, yeah. What's Icon? That's like a Mac launched, is it? Something like that'd be really good. Canada's Wonderland is a great top 3 or 4, but then everything else is trash. Honestly, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, they've obviously put their money into the Hyper and the Giga and the Dive Coaster most recently, but everything else is off the shelf stuff like Pinewood, you know. All right. Anyway, sorry. That was a nice overview, but we're here to finish a boat ride. Alton Towers is my local park. I have an annual pass. I think you are very lucky to have Alton Towers as a local park if you're in the UK. We all sort of jib into Alton Towers. There are elements of Alton Towers that are world class, absolutely world class as far as theme parks go. There are other elements that really aren't, but there are elements of Alton Towers that are absolutely world class. Six Flags over Canada, sure, yeah, it's very Six Flagsy. It is, but it's what we've got. Is it Canada's Wonderland that has a weird indoor coaster in a mountain? It has 3 coasters that interact with its mountain. It has Vortex, which is a swinging inverted coaster that just kind of like teeters around the edge of the mountain, so nothing crazy. It has Wonder Mountain's Guardian, which is I have no idea what it is. It's really janky. It's got like a little bit of roller coaster elements, and then it's a screen shooting ride that then has a bit of drop track at the end of it. It's insane. I love it because it's just insane. And then it also has there's something else that interacts with the mountain, I'm sure, and I can't think what it is now. New Nemesis retrack is really good. Yes, I would be very much looking forward to going on that if I was in the UK. Hopefully in a couple of years. My plan for my 40th, I've definitely spoken about this on the channel before. My plan for my 40th, which is 2 years away, is a European coaster trip. So going to the UK, taking my son, taking him to the motherland to go to Alton Towers and Blackpool, probably, because they're the 2 that I always used to go to. Thorpe is good, but didn't grow up going to Thorpe. We were 30 minutes from Alton Towers, so always went as a kid. So I just don't quite have the attachment to Thorpe like a lot of people do. But yeah, I would want to do a trip to Alton and Blackpool with my son, and then I want to go to France, do Disneyland Paris, of course. I want to go back to a place called Futuroscope, which is technically a theme park, although pretty much all of its attractions are cinemas. I was a big fan of that growing up. I'd like to go back there. It's very not really on the radar for a lot of park enthusiasts, but it's basically a park full of IMAX theaters and like 360 theaters and all that kind of thing. It's great. So I'll go back there, and then that's probably it for France. And then obviously I would like to do Efteling, Phantasialand, and then a few others. I need to ask for advice really, because it would be my first trip doing a lot of those. Futuroscope is like Epcot but with no money. That's a great way of thinking about it. Yeah, it's lots of screens about nature. It's a very interesting looking place because each of the cinemas is built into a really interesting building. I think Phantasialand is Phantasialand and Efteling are the 2 that I have to do. Especially recently with getting ready for Meanderville, they're the 2 that really sort of are jumping out as reference points for me. I would like to see Tivoli because it just looks weird. But yeah, you're 38? I would never have guessed. I thought you're sure you were in your 20s, maybe 30. And I guess 7 years ago when I used to watch you were early 30s. Yeah, 38. Do I look youthful? I don't feel it. Yeah. Pop over to Plopsaland in Belgium and for the ride to happiness. What's the one in Sweden with all the coasters on top of each other and stuff? Sweden. I just thought you were typing it phonetically. It's the roller coaster in Sweden. You're going with just your son. So my parents probably. Like it'll be a trip because my dad is a big fan of Europe, likes traveling around Europe, loves walking around theme parks, doesn't like going on big rides. So basically, it would be me and my mom going on the big rides while he looks after Xander. But actually, to be fair, Xander will be 9. And he's a tall kid, so he might be able to go on a fair chunk. When we did Disney last summer, the only things in Disney he couldn't go on were Tron, and there were 2 rides in the whole of Disney that he couldn't do. What was the other one? Oh, Rock and Roller Coaster. That was it. He went on everything else. Terra, Guardians of the Galaxy. Loved the lot. Went on it all. Little daredevil he is. My son couldn't do Rock and Roller Coaster and Tron were the only 2 he couldn't do in the whole of Walt Disney World. Now Universal, there was a lot. Rock and Roller Coaster, Rip Ride Rocket, Velocicoaster, obviously. He couldn't do. No, he could do all the Potter stuff. Yeah, he could do all the Harry Potter stuff. So yeah, there wasn't much, surprisingly, actually, and he was 6. So like when 9, there's not much he shouldn't be able to do. Tron is my favorite ride at any Disney park. Really, I was very disappointed with Tron, honestly. Yeah, I didn't rate Tron very highly at all. I rated Guardians of the Galaxy much higher. But then also, and this is another reason why Meanderville is going to be very much a passion project. As I'm getting older, I care so much less about just the coaster thrills and more about the theming that it's kind of like not even funny anymore. Like, you can give me a nice little themed boat ride over the most amazing coaster, and I'd be all for it. Honestly, I've had a huge, like, I've always enjoyed themed content, but I have much more started to like actively prefer it. Over the last few years, yeah. My boyfriend bruised his rib on Tron. Personally, not big fans of it. No, the launch makes the ride. The launch is the ride. Like to me, it wasn't much better than Rita at Alton Towers. Like, oh, cool launch. Now, yeah, basically just Space Mountain. Like, just really cheesy theming. I didn't rank it. Expedition Everest, yes, Expedition Everest was very good. I'm a big fan of Expedition Everest. Again, just good, solid themed coaster, even with Disco Yeti. Rita, Queen of Memes. Rita is what it is. Weird theming. That for me, Rita very much was the epitome of Merlin's problem with relying on world firsts. Like it's not been so bad in other examples, but Oblivion and Rita for me are like the epitomes of like world first, cool. It's already been beaten by something else like the next year. We'll probably just rock work a lot of this. Jones, Disneyland, haven't been on it actually. Hi Jones in chat, how you doing? Hey Stuart. My favourite coaster is Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk's good. Still holds up pretty well actually, yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I mean, for what it's worth, Velocicoaster was insane. And I'm very glad I've ridden it. And it is objectively one of the best coasters in the world. But I came off it and my cousins went, oh, let's go on that again. I was like, no, I do not need to ride that again. I'm very glad I've done it. It was good fun. But it was honestly a little too intense for me. And I felt the same with Steve at Cedar Point. Went on Steve with the Bro Nation group when we went, and I rode it, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. Glad I've done it. Don't need to do it again. Didn't particularly enjoy it. The only one that I've been on recently that I found a little bit too intense, but kind of stuck it out and did again, was Iguazu in Florida at Busch Gardens, Tampa. But that was another one where I was like, yeah, this is really good, but honestly, I think I'm getting to an age where these are a bit too much for me. Which is a worry because my kid's just getting to an age where he's going to start wanting to go on him. Velocicoaster is similar to me. No, just not at all. No, it was similar to Steve for me in its intensity. It was just a little too much for me. That's all. People who really love the intense coasters will love it. I I'm just saying I've just found myself as I kind of hit 35, like I've just it's a young man's game for me. I've just found myself finding it a bit too much, and much more appreciating just a good themed experience. What's my favorite coaster? Honestly, I have to say Nemesis. Just like such a huge part of my childhood and like theme park experience. I just don't feel like I can remember the first time I ever rode it, and like nothing else does that. I also really like Maverick at Cedar Point. Sorry. World's first coaster to not reach the station. Nice. Rita is definitely a ride that exists. It goes on a track and it rides around. Yes, I think you're right. Velocicoaster is a never again for me. Yeah, it was just a bit too much. I hate the gimmicky firsts where the rest of the ride suffers. At least Cedar Point's world firsts are usually just great rides. Yeah, and like Merlin really leaned into that, right? Like Nemesis was the world's first suspended coaster, but it was like not the bucket style, feet hanging down, and it was great, like really well built. I haven't been on Nemesis 2, to be honest with you, so I don't know. Same problem. I'm getting my kid 11-inch coasters, but I've got a bad back and 45, so I can't marathon. Yeah, that's it. Like, you're going to get to the point where I stand and hold these bags. So, it is what it is. Yeah, but yeah, Alton Towers went through a stage. I mean, they still kind of do, but I think maybe they've learned their lesson a little, because Smilest, is world's first number of inversions, I think, wasn't it? It was like world's first with 14 at the time. But, is a good... The problem is their marketing campaign is very much stuck in the idea that that's how you have to market a roller coaster. So even Wicker Man, that had absolutely zero world first elements in it, like it was just a solid wooden coaster, yet their advertising was still like the world's first ride to fuse wood and fire. Like, first of all, what the hell does that even mean? It's a fire-themed wooden roller coaster, of which there are countless already. Like, I don't even know what fusing wood and fire means. Like, yes, there are some fire scenery around the place, Like, I think that's the problem with Alton Towers, is that they're very much stuck in this idea that their coasters have to be advertised as a world first and not as just a good thing to go on. But yeah, for the longest time, that it was they were world's first, right? Oblivion was the world's first vertical drop, even though it wasn't even vertical, and drops, and that's it, Air was the first, I think, or Europe's first flying coaster. It might have been. I know it's only one of like 2 in Europe now. Batman is older than Nemesis. Is it? Okay. Well, maybe it was Europeans first then or something. Like, the only reason I say it, it's not because it's like a fact that I'm proud of or anything. Like, oh, Nemesis was the world's first. Like, it's just that's how they talk about their rides, Like, they probably found with Nemesis it was something like the world's first suspended coaster that isn't Batman, Like, that they'll try their hardest to find a world's first to advertise it, because that's just how they've always advertised their rides, even if it's not true. That was my home park growing up. That's cool. Well, there you go. There's something you could be proud about. Wood and fire equals bigger fire, right? Yeah, never quite got it. And I feel like there was a really interesting video by Coasterbot a while ago, who is critically underrated. Like, the guy should have 1 million subs. It's insane that he only has like 80,000 or whatever. Like, just really great videos about theme park theory. He's a really good video about how I think it was him, how Disney are realizing that that you don't need to advertise, or actively shouldn't advertise even, that what a ride is, or how, or like, you shouldn't be able to these days. Like, for now it's you don't have to be like, it's a roller coaster that does this, It's the istest, you don't need to be the istest anymore. So you don't need to be the tallest, fastest, widest. It's something that we still massively do in the UK. And in fact, like, everyone probably outside of Disney Universal does this. They haven't realised yet that this isn't how you advertise stuff anymore. Now, you want it so that your ride isn't describable. Like that's what you need now. That's what's more important these days, is that you want it so that people go on social media, which is now the biggest form of advertising, and they say, oh my God, you just have to do it yourself. I can't even tell you what this is. I can't even describe this to you anymore. You have to just come and do it. And that's better. Like that's a better way of doing this now. So that's, if you look at something like Ride of the Resistance, like what is Ride of the Resistance? Like how do you describe what Ride of the Resistance is outside of like, oh, it's a track ride? Because it's not, is it? You know, like it has drop elements, it has themed elements. The queue is half the ride. You know, it's an experience. Not as exciting as advertising the world's 87. No, it isn't. But the marketing for 13 was cringe and also a terrifying coaster. Yeah, and even still, there's a sign outside Nemesis, I think, that's like, you're about to go on the world's most intense roller coaster. Like, dude, that hasn't been true for 10 years, 15, 20 years. Unique experience. Yeah, but like that's what I think it. But that's working though, right? Like that works. Is moving away from this, oh, this is the ist coaster, tallest, longest, fastest, fartiest, whatever. Like, and now moving to actually the advertising is the complete opposite of that. The advertising is now, I can't even tell you what this is. You just got to come and see it. And I think that's great. And that's something we're going to be trying to sort of evoke with Meanderville. I want to try and create some experience rides. Which, who knows, it's going to be possible. Who knows if I'm going to get massively burnt out by trying to decorate 15 interiors all the time, but we'll see. Why Maverick is so successful? It's not a world's first anything, it's just a kick-ass ride. Exactly. You're not relying on the ist. It's just a solid coaster that puts the work in. And I completely agree. And has some great themed elements, you know? Like, you've got all the tunnels and stuff look great. The interaction with the water is great. It's just a solid ride. We probably carry on to the end of that one as well, don't we? Yeah, that's fine. Oops. Let's just try that again, eh? This is it. I think this is the final of the track being concreted. We're going to leave this last bit open as like the lead into the queue line. Like I'm fine with that, with the concrete either side of it. So I think this might be it. We did it. We saved the city. It took us a month to do this. Oh. Oh, wait. We're not done. We did actually carry this over this way. That's fine. We're not done. Save your applause. We didn't do it. Take her back, boys. Boom, 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 boom. Well, now. Shite. So we just start at one end and stick to it. Height's right. Oh man. We'll get it, we'll get it, we'll get it. We're gonna shrug bandit the hell out of that. Boop. In the lore, is Geekism Studios mega successful and is planning to expand with lands based on new IP? Yeah, I can't imagine us going back to Geekism Studios. I considered it, to be honest with you, because I have a feeling that I think Pinewood's got 3 weeks in it. Honestly, I think we're nearly done. And I want to do some like good POV stuff and and all that to finish it off and a big tour or whatever. Maybe get some guests on to walk around, all the people that helped out with it and stuff. But anyway, oh my god, so great! It is oh my god, so great. We just need a little bit. We're nearly there. We'll come back to that in a second. Anyway, right. The one I was going to say about, I reckon Pinewood's probably got about a month in it, because I think we're nearly done now. We're capping stuff off. We're wrapping things up. We're tidying up stuff. That will take us until the end of August. I think we then have 3 months before Planet Coaster 2 comes out. It's absolutely worth it, honestly. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is worth it. I think it makes a huge difference. I think it's made a huge difference this space, and just off the back of curbing it, it's meant that we've neatened up little areas like this, and we've got these janky fences where stuff meets that I love, and like it's ended up like we concreted all of this. It looks super jank that I love, and we have a tree that's in the wilds, concrete that I love. This is needs to come round here and into there. Yeah. Oh my word! This tree was covering up all sorts of crimes. Shh. The station, yes. Oh no, we've only finished the curbing. I think that's not the end of the stream. Don't worry, we're not even into hour 1 yet. Streaming Planko 2. I mean, we'll probably do the same. We'll stream on Saturdays, I think. For now, that's what I'm able to do. Yes. Anyway, so I think we're gonna have a couple of months before Planko 2. My plan was to go to Geekism Studios. To be honest with you, we loaded it up last week on the stream, I think, and it is nowhere near as like done as I thought. Like I thought I'd done a lot more in that park than I actually had. I think it's just because of how like themed everything was and indoors everything was. It looked like a lot more. But I had looked back and there was only like 13 episodes of it or something like that. So yeah, I had it in my head that we'd done a lot. Let's Play series. That one was lost to the ether. The reason why Pinewood became my main series is because that series, the file corrupted. But also going back to it, I was really not really happy with what I was doing. That was very much that I was just churning stuff out for episodes, to be honest. 50/50 projects, I absolutely loved. I forget what it's called now. You've had so many projects that you got finished as well, you bastard. What was it called? The most recent. It wasn't Summerdale. Brazos Square, was it? It was the square one? I actually really enjoyed that, but I still think starting a new project with 2 months before the new game comes out, I still think that's a little bit risky. I was considering going and just wrapping up the final area that we started at Missouri, to be honest. I haven't talked to Mask about this because he's very much focusing on Conifer. But I was given the park and I was working on the sort of frontier area for the dive coaster. And I wouldn't mind just finishing that off and throwing a few TMTK animals in the safari and saying it's done. But I don't know. I got to think about it. I got to talk to Mass about it. Because honestly, with Missouri, so it's 2 months. It's coming out. No, I'm saying I think it comes out in November. Just because everything comes out in November, like Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo, Elite Dangerous, and Jurassic World 1, I think, all came out in November. So that's just when they dig doing it. That's their release window. Yeah, and like it says fall, and give them like 3 months for press and stuff. So it makes sense to me. So I have no idea. I don't know. Right now, I mean, here's the thing, right? If this wasn't true, I'd still say it. But right now, I don't know any more than everyone else. I'm waiting for the thing on the 31st to see gameplay, hopefully. And I'm hoping it's not the same thing that we saw and that seemingly what press are seeing now. Spoiler alert, there's a certain project you said you wanted to work in. Every Frontier game releases in November. Yeah, exactly. Yes, no, spoiler alert, I'm going back to Conifer, but that's just like a snag. That's like I want to tidy up a few things that I wasn't happy with. And then they'll sell for the holiday show as well. Can you load up Azuri at the end of the stream? Yeah, we can have a look around Azuri. And the reason why, like Geekism Studios was really great fun, and I'm really happy with what I did in it, but it's way further. It's nowhere near where I thought it was in development, and I won't lie to you. Like the reason I started Geekism Studios and the reason everybody else did a Studios Park is for the YouTubes. Like it was, like it was so different to the stuff we were all building, and everyone was like, "Oh, Studio Park, yeah, let's get those views." So I don't. Yeah, I won't let. Okay, we can't look at Azuri. Sorry, Matt said. So Geekism doesn't like hold that thing. The reason why I want to go and maybe try and box off Azuri is I am incredibly proud at what I did in Azuri and incredibly proud of what Mass did in Azuri. I genuinely think it's some of our best work. So I feel like I owe it to myself and to Mass and to the audience that we maybe look at tying that off. It really depends how much I finish up with Pinewood, but as fun as the Geekism thing was, as fun as Geekism Studios was, and I'm happy with what we've done in there. It was a little gimmicky. I think Azuri is some of the best stuff we did in the game. Now I'm going to have to go rewatch Azuri. I'm working through all sorts, man, at the minute. I'm going back and watching so much. I'm watching some new stuff that I missed. Corvus and Moomin Little Socks and Nerd Chacho. I'm watching all of their stuff because they all sort of grew a little bit later into the development of the game. So I missed a lot of their stuff first time round. But I'm also going back and watching old stuff. I haven't done Bro Coaster yet. I haven't, like that's a bit of a commitment, right? But I did Bro Coaster Season Zoo. It's only like 6 episodes, but I enjoyed that very much. And I watched all of Conifer Slopes again, which is what made me get in touch with Master and was like, let me have another go at that. What I did. I rewatched Jubilee Gardens, and I'm currently working through Buffalo Valley, which is Commando Santa series, and that feels like a real throwback because it's like he started that right like early on and was very much learning the game, and it's so funny to hear somebody who I think of as like a real knowledgeable player and really knows what he's able to do with scenery. But I'm going back and watching videos from like 7 years ago, and he's talking about like, oh look, if you sink this barrel into the ground, the guests don't walk on it and stuff. Like, it's so funny. Yeah. I mentioned this in the video. I don't think I've seen a creator use the desert biome. No, I like the idea of it. I just think it's too limiting. Like I think it would work well for a water park, but there's a reason why theme parks just aren't built in the desert. Like it's such a limiting factor palette wise, and like logistics wise that I just don't. I think that's why. Honestly, you would have to. Let's be honest. Anything that's built in the desert. If you go to like Dubai or anywhere like that where they're putting money into it, the stuff that is built into the desert, they just spend a hell of a lot of money making it not desert anymore. Did Bro Coaster for the 100th time, Jubilee, and they're starting Nagali. Did we mention that word here? Are we allowed to say Nagali out loud? Start Bro Coaster at like episode 25. Yeah. I wouldn't go as far as 25, but you can definitely ignore the first 6. The first one where you just make a cock out of terrain or whatever. Like you can ignore that. How much does Orient Ages like Animal Kingdom sidebar? Yes, it was. It was very much inspired by Animal Kingdom and Islands of Adventure. Yeah. Episode 11 where Ian is there is where it kind of keeps on. Yeah, I remember. I think I remember the moment, and I think, and I don't know anyone agree with me, but I think I can pinpoint the moment where Mast and John went, oh, right, and I'll show you. I'll do one because they're good. I'll do one. Where can I do one? Let's do one. Where do we have a flat? Here would probably be okay with one. Right. All right, ready? Rian did that on a roof. And I genuinely think, it certainly was for me, I genuinely think so many of the community went, oh! Yeah. That was it. Yeah. Was really the one Mast was going crazy over a piece of mat over some cables? I think so. Yeah, yeah. Rian was definitely he was the guy who started doing stuff like that, like the bottles in the bucket with some of the steam effects to show ice and stuff. But I remember like they put one of those on the roof with art pieces and. That I can honestly say, I've never really said this, but I think I can honestly say that seeing that made me think, oh, I need to do Pinewood Hills. Like I need to. What I'm doing in Planet Coaster is not right. This is what I want to do. Yeah. 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 I think that was a big wake up moment for a lot of people. Yeah. Topic change. You should add one of those signs that you made in the workshop on the metal "Don't Die" fence where the water filtration is. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. We should have a guest a staff only area. Don't die, like electrical stuff going on here. That's a great idea. Where are those? Probably danger. Electric shock risk. I mean, these are normally put where the entrance is. We're going to have to do some steps down to here, which we'll tackle in a minute. I suppose we could just put them here and be like, yeah, don't come in here. Don't like these carry on the same colour of the one I just put in. This is like a blue, isn't it? There we go. That was Fisherman, so smart. I love placing the cotton candy cart as the rats all run around. Yeah. Fisherman was the icing, was it? Or was that Fisherman doing that event thing? I vividly remember seeing that event done in art pieces, and like I feel like the community had like a wake up at that point. I really do. Okay, station. So station itself, I mean, this is the building. In fact, the station, I think, pretty much stays open. We just need to kind of fence it in, put the wood around it and whatever. The only thing we really need to do that's going to take a bit of work is a little bridge across here. I want to kind of do something a little bit like the bridge that the cars go over in No Name Landia. It's a huge stations. Oh, I know. I mean, this shouldn't exist, right? You would just walk off the queue into the boat. Like, there's no need for all of this. It seems fine the way it is. I mean, yes, but like at the minute, people could just jump off into the ride. Like, it needs a little hut. It needs a little thing, you know. Needs a little thing, and I want it to kind of like be a little higgledy-piggledy, and we bring in some of these influences into it and stuff. Like, yeah. Okay, we'll do this next. I want to start working on this. All right, scenery. I've got a really itchy nose for some reason. Okay. Come at your own risk. Yeah, loop the loop on this ride. All right, building. Wood. Oops. Okay, I'd probably... Do we go haunted house? I mean, they are the right better scale, aren't they? Okay, we'll do the straight, and then we'll worry about the rest. Are these going to be something that can be adjusted in size in PCC? I mean, we don't know, but God, I hope so. Give me adjustable size beams, and I will do anything you want me to do. I guess it will change everything. This changes everything. I think you're right. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. That's just the regular plank. I like those, but they're not right for this. Did you figure out what to do with that concrete wall on the rapid jet? Not wanting to touch it soon and whatnot. Pinewood hillside. So, doubt stations will be scalable. I'd assume non-gridded. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about this bit of wood. Yes, no. I think the only thing we'll see scalable is this stuff that we're putting down here, basically. Yeah, I imagine the wall pieces and anything that a guest interacts with. I don't like that. Won't be scalable. That's not how this thing works, you know. Oops, did I not do what I was trying to do then? There we go. Yeah, we return to Parkitect. Probably not. I really enjoyed watching Messi's Parkitect No Name Landy the other day. Like, it's incredible, but like, who am I to kid that isn't 3 years worth of work as the only game you play? You know, like I'm not gonna be able to do anything like that in it. Because the first thought was like, oh, okay, moving into PC2, we're going to be doing a much higher theme park, a much higher budget park. Maybe we could look at doing like a Pinewood recreation in Parkitect as like a second series, but I haven't got the hours in the day. I don't think. Shame though, because I love Parkitect. Messiah for Hire on the workshop. Yes, you should go and check it out. It is incredible. Incredable. Where's the haunted house plank? Is it called something different? Hate the fact that I can never remember what any of this stuff is called these days. Used to be able to find it with 3 letters. Is it in scenery for some reason and not building? Is that the problem? Oh no, there it is. No, that's not. That's not. Yeah, it's in scenery. Great. Did you enjoy the game story theme too? Yeah, of course I did. That was incredible. For those of you who don't know, that's my day job. Is I work in a store like that. It's called the Game Chamber, and we sell miniatures and D&D and all the stuff that you mentioned on the sign. It was great. But I would have loved a Geekers in Retirement Home, Pinewood Hills Retirement Home as well. That would have been great. Did I figure out to do concrete? Sorry, yes, to go back to that. The suggestions ranged in stuff, honestly. I think the best one was just like rocks at the bottom of it, some vines growing up. I do kind of like the idea of having a sign in it, like almost just like painted. So that might be something I look at doing. That's irritating, isn't it? Really should measure this stuff out. Well, we could probably bring this in. Jump back in and find myself looking for objects from other games. That's also a big problem as well. All the time I'm doing that. I didn't realize how much the Planet Coaster didn't have that Planet Zoo has, honestly. Yeah, I was very surprised by that. Pinewood Hills Retirement Home is coming to Polka World Resort real soon. In 3 years or so. Yeah, no, it was really good. It's really impressive work from Messiah for Hire, his name. Okay. This up here. Yeah, fine with that. So what I think we need here is a bit more depth on the bottom bit. So we'll add in, oops. There. And we'll recolor these. What colour are we going to this with? It's going to mostly be wood. It's just going to have a little accent. It's like an orange accent. Very, very faded. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Big ass commercial sign. That would be an attraction. There's a real effort into the area, I suppose. Yeah, no, I think either a Pinewood Hill sign or something that says like Katanga River Rapids, I think, but like more so that it's like painted onto the rock, you know? We'll see if we can make it work. Okay, we'll need a mind your head sign there, or stay seated or something like that. That's not a problem. Okay, now what are those twirly bits called? Is it icing? Yeah, icing. Why am I spelling it wrong? I'm not spelling it wrong. Gingerbread. Am I being an idiot? It's called gingerbread icing double swirl. Scenery, all. Ginger. What am I not finding? Building menu. I just tried that though. Custom, all, ginger. No objects researched. Ah, Jesus. It's because I'm in this scenario thing. We're going to have to fix that because that's twice now it's bothered me. All right, save park. Looks like we're making a coffee, folks, because Pinewood Hills takes 8 minutes to load. So, yeah, custom scenario looks. If I save it as custom scenario, okay, and then we exit the main menu. Love your content. You got me into building on playing cards there. Hey, Pumpy Fist. That's a great name. There we go. Exit to main menu. You will lose any unsaved changes. Make a backup. To be honest, we've put down like 20 pieces of concrete and 6 pieces of wood today. Like, it's if we lose it, it's not a big problem. Okay, restart the stream. Let's see. Okay, so now what did people say we do? We go to play. My Parks. Pinewood Hills. Is it that one there? Oh, open as sandbox. I'm going to make coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Thanks, everyone who bear with us. See you later, Brian and Mast. You're already gone. That's cool. All right. Soaking up all the Planko resurgence I can get. Loving it. Yeah, I would love to see. How do I say this nicely? I would love to see some of the other people who are very excited about Planet Coaster 2 maybe have a look at Planet Coaster 1 again while they wait. That would be cool. And not make 20-minute long videos about stuff we don't know anything about. Put your money where your mouth is. Make something cool. All right, icing. Yay! Imagine having to unlock that. All right. Let's see if we can do a similar color. It's going to have to be like here, and then we'll take the edge off it, right? Yeah. Oh, that's probably nicer down there, deep. Yeah, there we go. now, can we flip these? I think they do flip and they look okay on the other side as well, right? Okay, so let's do that. And then flip that one. There we go. Full parking lot last night. Yeah, good stuff. There we go. Because I don't feel like this kind of stuff is like too themed. You know, like this is just like a little bit of wood trim. Oh, just to kind of give it like that slight fantasy vibe to it. It's meant to be like a fantasy little, you know, little storybook trip. I think this sort of stuff is fine. Cool. It's a little bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I actually kind of dig it. Moomin Little Socks found you thanks to Mass Manic shout out, great channel and sub. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely one of the creators. I'm excited. I'm just enjoying catching up all the older content, but then I enjoy to see what you do in PC too, and like being able to get that start with the start of the game and stuff I think is very exciting. I admire the restraints of all the creators still making realistic parks after all this time. I'm sitting here building a single rail giga coaster. Well, you know, whatever floats your boat. I'm so invested in this crap. I kind of have to finish it up now. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's just about detailed enough there. I'm waiting to see a lovely train station into a park. Oh, like yeah, something that just like leans right into the city centre. And it's like, yeah, you ain't parking here. Like very European. That I like the idea of that as well. Okay, so the roof. We're gonna have to custom roof this, which I don't love, but it is what it is. Let's bring that down a little bit. There we go. That's that one nice piece. There we go. Bring that up. That sits quite well in there, doesn't it? Whee! That's much bigger than I thought. Okay. I get the scale right here. It's difficult to do with no guests in the park. Can I steal someone and put them on a queue? I don't know if I can, actually. Come here, you. Will you go on a queue for me? No. Alright, Archer it is. Top roof on the station is too big. I believe so, yeah. I think maybe the 1 meter one. Maybe this. I still think that's going to be too big, though. Oh, it's already good enough. If anything, that's a little high. Yeah, we want this to be like much lower. I see what we'll do. Let's get rid of those. Can we just work these into it without too much of a problem? That's probably okay. I'm just going to bring this out a little. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and then we'll just bring these in. And that's more the sort of height we're looking for, I think. I want it to be like, if you're 6 foot, you're like, oh yeah, look, you know, like that. I want it to be really sort of tricky to get under. Little tiny thing that was built in the 70s when everyone was shorter. Okay. Let's copy that over. Okay. You can put 500 guest limit back on. I think we have it. There's 114 people in the park right now. Unless they're still just trickling out. Oh yeah, no, we can open it. There we go. Guests. No, where is it? Overview finances. Ticket prices. Guest limit of 500. Because we like pickpocket. I thought we had pickpocketing turned off as well. Okay, everything's turned off. Guess litter. Oh, you can drop litter. That's fine. Let's give the handyman something to do. We don't. Yeah, we just turn everything off, don't we? Staff management features now. Staffs are fine. Where's security? Security features. Turn that crap off. Only applies to specific scenarios in China. No, that's fine as well. Okay, apply. Okay, cool. Gonna miss the Archer for scale. Best scenery piece in Planco, right? I mean, we may still have him. He's the only scenery piece that's locked. You can't scale him in Planco 2. Enable theme park reservations. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. Okay, I don't think I want to go like full custom roof using the little thingy pieces. I think we're still going to keep it to planks. But we could go. That's the 2 meter one. There isn't a 1 meter one, is there? Not in the haunted one, but there is in the regular plank, I'm sure. Wooden mill. Yeah. So we'll use this. There's a 1 meter plank as well that can go with this, I'm sure. So if we bring this into the orangey colour. Oops, something like that. How about we go? How about we do the other way? Let me start more severe. Does that just look a bit too much like barn roof? So I think doing 3 pieces is probably just going to make it too wide. Let's have a look. Maybe that's it. Let's have a look what that looks like. Do we dig that? Or do you need to make an Archer-themed land? We did that. It looks a little fantasy, doesn't it? Shrug. Yeah. No, I think it's cool. It's a little fantasy-esque. I don't mind this being a little like it's just still wood, you know, like it's okay that some of this stuff is a little higher themed. Yeah, like it's literally still just a wooden structure. Is this not all one building? It should all be one building. Oh, it's going to be so hard to collect, to just select this now. We're going to collect all sorts of stuff down here. Okay. What about we... We try like that. Just gets trees now. What else we got? Not the ride. 77 built. There's building pieces in there though, but we can still connect them. What's on earth is it doing then? Okay, well that works. Have you played a little to the left? No. Doesn't even ring a bell, to be honest with you. Looks a little expensive. Going to overflow our budget. You got me into the creative games like Planet Zoo. I've been playing Ark and other hardcore games lately. That's cool. Yeah, you can still do some cool creative stuff in those, right? Build houses and whatever. I go to those occasionally. My big problem with those is that I like to share that kind of stuff on Geekism, and Geekism viewers, for the most part, do not care about it. Like, yeah, like we just did a little series on a game called Aloft, and it was so cute and really good fun. But yeah, Geekism viewers are like, no, not into it. Bye. But whatever, it's cool. I like that sort of stuff. Anything where you can like go and gather resources and build a house out of it, I'm cool with it. I'm down. Second channel. Oh God, if only it was my second channel. Well, it's not a meter then, is it? I'm not using cornice pieces to make a roof. I refuse to do it. Another channel right now would be about my 8th. Not all active. Currently have 3 active channels that I make content for. In fact, as soon as I finish my live stream, I'm going to make a video for both the other ones that aren't Geekism. It's into 3D printing. 3D printing got me my day job. I now work at a miniature store where I, amongst other things, 3D print miniatures for a living. Oh, we're just way off with this, right? Is that all this is telling me? Is that we're just way off here? Because, like, that's the middle, I guess. That's fine. Hey, Corvus, how's it going? You should add them to your YouTube page. Oh, what, the other channels? No, they're quite different to this, so I don't need the cross promotion. It's weird, you know, like whenever you see someone, it's very difficult to say this because whenever you see someone who's like, oh, you know, would love to get to 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers or whatever, like, you know, please go and subscribe here. Like, that's not a good thing to do. Don't do that because you just get dead subscribers. And I know for a fact that if I shared my other channels here a lot, I would get that. I would get people who were being helpful by going over from Geekism to subscribe to them. But it wouldn't be helpful because they wouldn't engage with the content over there, and it would just end up becoming like dead subscribers. So it's not actually a good thing to do. Are we okay with this? I think I am. I think it's good enough. Covers, we were just talking about your, I can't remember the name of it, but your Deadwood Park. Very excited to see more from it. It's a really cool theme. Shouldn't it be thatch? Yeah, but thatch is gross. There's no good thatch in this game. What we will do is change the wood colours a little here. A little. Cool, but like feature pieces do varying textures for things like wood change when placed in multiple park. That would be neat, but kind of huge. I suppose if they did it like, because there are some sections in the games that do shift depending on where they are, right? Like the weird ice block texture in Planet Zoo, the moss texture, that kind of thing. So there's stuff in place for that kind of thing, but yeah, I don't know whether it would work. A lot of other games use that kind of thing, but I feel like it has to be sort of built into the game from the ground up. In real life, it would be thatch. Yeah, no, I completely believe you. It would be like a thatch roof, but the thatch in this game looks like Weetabix. Oh, they have this. Yep, they have that. Oops, I'll tell you what. I spell it right. Yeah, the loose piece of thatch we could put on looks like a Weetabix. I have no idea why it's so thick. This is the... like, because, I mean, honestly, like, size-wise, yes, the grain is going the wrong way, but, like, it pretty much would just need 3 pieces here, like, to make it work. But look at it. Why is it... it's, like, 2 foot thick. Yeah, exactly, Lucky Star. That's it, yeah. Good morning. Hey, Simply Savannah. Another awesome content creator you should all go and follow. Been covering Planet Zoo incredibly over the last few years, and he's looking to get into Planet Coaster 2. Exciting stuff. All right. Do you think there will be parades? Seems a possibility with the addition of scenery be able to rise. It's yeah, it's something I did say in one of my videos actually. It could, like, if they're giving us scenery attached to rides, because the problem with doing a parade in the last game would have been that it would just, they would all look the same, right? They would have to give us 20 different floats, and we could pick, like, you know, and it would be, oh, there's a gulpy float, cool, and there's, you know, like, that's how it would be. Whereas now they could give us a plain float and say, yeah, stick whatever scenery you like on it, and there's animatronics that you can animate, that you can time. Like, I think it might be coming. I honestly do. Maybe they got reply replacing the thatch and just use some old board. I'll take that. Yeah, looks like a Lego hay bale. Yeah, it's just huge for some reason. One of the pieces I never really understood. Yeah, that's cute. I think that is cute. That is a cute little bridge. So what we'll do now is we'll try and generate a curve based on it. So we'll copy what we can, which I think is only going to be these pieces. Okay, we'll copy that, and we'll bring that to where the top of the stairs is. Stairs being very slightly thinner, are they? Just because the curve is messing us up a little bit. Okay, so they would go there. Okay, and then what we'll do, because I don't think we're going to be able to curve the roof around. That logistically, like in the game, would be a nightmare, but also like in real life would be a nightmare as well. So instead, we're just going to have this as like an open trellis area that says, "Hey, look at you! You're coming into a bridge," you know. What's the shortcut to toggle and stack spacebar when you're in there? Oh, the old space bar. Cool. It would smell so musty. Oh yeah, just wet wood constantly. That's exactly what it would smell like. All right, let's take it over here. Okay, let's see if we can get this to line up nice. So, we'll start here. Okay, so first of all, that's perfect, which surprises me. We'll bring you down to here. Because we're going to do the same again on this side. So we'll go there. I'll duplicate you for a moment, put you in there. Okay. Now, let's see if we can line this up nice. We'll take a pillar. We need to snap. Align to surface is already on, weirdly. Oh, there we go. So I need to align you to the path. That's close enough. The path is a little funky. That's fine. Okay, and then we bring you into here. Stop sniffing the bridge. I will sniff the bridge. You can't make me not sniff the bridge. Bridge sniffing. Oy vey. Okay. This isn't quite going to line up how I thought. That's got to be it, right? Oh. I hate not working on a grid. Oh, do we have an extra piece here? Oh, looks like we did. Okay, then we take those to there. And then we can highlight these again and bring it up. And that is now correct for that bit of bridge. Pathing is even more janky. Yeah, I just had to get it over the bridge, over the water. I was after playing with it for like an hour. I was like, that'll do. Yeah. It's like whatever. Why not take the bridge roof and angle it all the woods? Because that's a great point. Because I don't want all of the pillars and everything else to be like that. That's not how this would be built. It would be built like this. So we have to do it this way, else all of your pillars are off. So we take that down to there. Now we come in and, oh, that piece needs to come over a little. That's down the other side, I guess. Yeah, that's weird. No, just the one, please. Thank you. Just you. Okay. So now we take... Oh, I mean, we could have took that piece, actually. But that's okay. We take this piece. Drop it down to where it sits. To there. There. There we go. Pick up some on-ride photos from Universal in the mall. What's the status on the Giga? Still exactly how it was beforehand. Non-existent. Okay, that goes there. Itchy foot. Scratch my foot. It's very important. Scratch your foot when you need to. Okay, now we do. Now we do this piece. Yes. Sure. I'm close to being lined up. Whatever. This piece we could. That doesn't look terrible, actually. Let's try that, because the problem is this whole path is a little funk. He says it's very funk. There we go. Do that. All we're gonna have to do is take something there. We'll figure that out in a minute. Like, I'm not too worried about this backside. Like, nobody sees this bit over here, but still, it would have been built all the same on either side. First time catching stream. But since both you and Mass Bandit are getting back into Planco, are there any plans on bringing back Azuri Gardens? Ah, you missed the conversation before. I would like to go and try and box it off, but I don't want to put that on to Mast if he doesn't. But we're going to chat about it, and we'll see. It kind of depends on where we both are with these individual projects. I would obviously would like to finish Pinewood, but I think I'm a little closer to finishing Pinewood than he perhaps is to finishing Conifer right now. So it very much so depends on where we both sit with that sort of stuff. Look up. I did. I looked up. What do you want from me? Piece of roof support not connected. Oh. Wow. Thank you. Just must have moved it separately. That's weird. Thank you. Good spot. All right. Cool. Good to know there's still hope. Yeah, there's some hope. Hope is a scary thing. Love this game. Don't have the patience or the creativity. I mean, me neither, really. I just force it. It's just in the middle of falling. Yeah, the game's not paused, though. The water's moving, so it can't be that. Okay. I think what we do here is carry these over, but maybe don't do them as regularly. There we go. And then we're kind of treating the path as part of the design here, which I don't mind. Like, you know, like all of this bit here. Like, because it's nice. It looks good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm chilling on the beach chair at my holiday destination. That sounds amazing. Whereabouts in the world are you? Oh, big stretch. Jesus Christ, that was a big stretch. Okay, let's copy our roof. Boop, boop. It's gonna be a nightmare. Oh, that's so good enough. It's not even funny. Oh, that one wasn't. Oh no! I'm at Best Camping in the Netherlands. It's actually a water park. It's called Bongerd. Awesome. That sounds super fun. I hope the weather's nice for you. I was hearing a lot of people saying that the European summer is very wet this year. We've had a really glorious summer here. Outside of the storms, which you come with the territory. Like the weather's been fantastic here. Oh, oops, one off. All right. It's cold in England. Well, it doesn't surprise me. All right. Beautiful. Janky ass bridge. Oh, I can hear pirate music in the background. It's going to be stuck in my head. Oh man, it's for some reason it's the one song that just this one. It's the song that this thing plays, and it perpetuates life and time and everything itself. It's crazy. Okay, so let's go in here. We'll do the same that we did on this side if we can. We might have to do it a little differently here, looks like, because the corner seems more tighter. So I think we actually have to go to here with this side. And have it all come off this one pillar. That's fine. Sorry for being rude, but I still don't agree with you discontinuing Geekum Studios. It was my life, the reason to buy Planco. I expect you, though. Cool. This isn't a democracy, though. It's a dictatorship. I decide. I'm in the UK. We've maybe had a week of nice weather. It's cold again now. That sucks. We've had an absolutely glorious summer this summer. I sent my kids to the UK for a month. So he's probably getting a little bit more accustomed to the cooler weather there. Okay. All right, let's just connect these a little. Yeah, I think that's all they need. I don't think they need that at lower down points as well. We did need to fence this in. I might just put the custom fence. I might just put the auto fence on for it, though. I think it might look okay. Let's put the 1 meter log on here. There. There we go. So happy to manage to catch a stream. Just finished watching the recent Pinewood Hill video. Sorry to hear about the divorce. Oh, don't worry, thank you. It's years ago now. But I hope all's okay. Pinewood is such a comfort watch for me. Thank you, Ninjazar. You're very welcome here, buddy. Enjoy, chill out. We're building this janky little fantasy bridge that's I mean, really part of the ride. Let's be honest. This is like this is where all the budget for the ride went. There we go. But I think it looks good. But I think that's where it ends, and now we just have fence. So let's go to path. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. Which of these is... See, that's the one I would think is most likely accurate. All of these are a bit too... Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I think it's that one. Because that's the one that's like closest to actually like, yeah, don't die. Fencing. So... I think it also gets turned on there. Ooh, I don't know if I love that. Maybe this needs to be the other style. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably that one then, isn't it? And then back to this on this side. Oops. Yeah, and then obviously this will just get walled in. And this as well needs to be supported now. Okay, so let's do that next then. We'll support it in. It's going to be pretty easy. We just come off each of these with the haunted pillar, I think. Why on earth is that not on the right plane as that thing? That's ridiculous. Yeah, like I think these just come down off that, and that's the support. And maybe we'll do a couple of little cross beams, but for the most part, I think that's it. Okay. Okay. These look nice and plain and sturdy enough to hold this thing up, so I think that's fine. And yeah, I think we will probably put a couple of cross beams on this. All those poor people on the ride. What people on the ride? What have they done? What did I do to them? Carry on these all the way down here. Right. So fantastic Pinewood return. Pinewood and your Planco content inspired me into the industry. So I'm now ride operator at Alton. Wow, that's awesome, Ben. No crap. That's great. I'll hit you up when next time I'm there for some fast passes then. I think I deserve them. What ride are you on at the moment? There's going to be a couple of new things for me to see when I get there next, I think. Nemesis 2, the new haunted house, haunting at Alton Manor, is it? I think. Whatever's in that, whatever they're building over in the box at the back. I think that book is a little close to the station and the bridge. I think you might be right. This one here, it's really snuck in, right? In a land far away, but I really don't want to rework any of this. But yeah, you're right. It really probably should be Once Upon a Time and then In a Land Far Away. I mean, maybe these aren't that hard to move. Ironically, I'm centered in CBBS, including Night Garden. So all this is a little closer to home. Hey Ben, this is way more higher budget than in the Night Garden now, eh? That's awesome. Yeah, we've blew out the budget of In the Night Garden. That's awesome. Well, I'm sure all the kiddies enjoy your work and your help getting them onto the ride. That's great. I think that's down towards where the new ride building is, right? I imagine you have a bit of an idea of what it is, but can't say anything. I'm sure. It doesn't look like a huge space, and it doesn't look like they're building it with a huge budget. So it would be very interesting to see. Oh, also, this shouldn't be a tree because it's just sat in concrete. So maybe we do this then. Maybe we do this. Maybe we put a tree over here. Are they just the 4 card dudes? Yeah, okay. Card dudes shuffle around a bit. And otherwise they're fine. He now comes up to here. And is now sort of watching the... you also get a look at him off this ride as well, I suppose. Sure. There we go. Loving the water wheel. If only my bridge looked as nice. Yeah. Also, Manor Ride is open now. Yes. Yeah, it has been for a while now. Poor people sat at the station waiting for you to finish faffing. Oh, it's open, I think. Oh. It's open. Why? Why are they not riding? I don't understand. It's open. Are they like, I've been on this ride for a year? Cascade 1 is just beautiful to look at. Scenery is amazing. You're right. Could you move the Inland Far, Far Away book just before the 3? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I just need to move the pigs around a little bit. Is there something wrong with this ride? Old Man Ride is open, yeah. Yeah, no, there's a new ride building. They're putting it in... I think it's around. It's either, I always get mixed up between CBeebies Land and like where the David Walliams stuff is now. Like in my head, they're always like pretty much the same. But I'm sure one of them has a ride building at the back of it that they're putting something in. But I don't think it's a mega budget, so I don't know what to expect. I wouldn't expect like a huge sort of themed dark ride or anything like that because I feel like the money they're spending on it isn't enough. What's going on with this ride? Near the dungeons and David Williams area. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Broken down, awaiting maintenance. It doesn't say anything though, does it? Oh, Ride State's open. Oh, yeah, somebody's coming up the queue now. Let's see. There's one Sado on his own. He's going to come and ride this. This guy is a theme park YouTuber right here. He's like, oh yeah, it's nice and quiet. I'll get that POV. Please send him round. Don't tell me this ride is broken. Like, I know there's like a slight wait time. Min-max, yeah, it should be fine, I feel. Minimum, no maximum. Oh, does that mean they just sit there forever? Oh, I think no maximum meant it sat there until it was full, maybe? Right. I thought no maximum would just be like, just send it once there's a few people. I guess not. Poor sods have been sat there for years. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. That's fixed again. Sorry, folks. Enjoy your ride. Okay. Okay, because what I was going to do is just move the straw one over, but they have to stay in order, don't they? They have to stay in the order they're in. So there we go. Brick, wood, straw. And then it frees up this space a little bit. This tree is probably going to have to become smaller trees. Actually, we might just be able to take it so it's sitting over the path a bit more. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, yeah, that's really good. I'll make that a bit of a tree-lined walk. One thing I did notice looking around some theme parks this last few weeks, we don't have much of a tree line comparatively. Like, if you go to Google Maps and look at theme parks like that, like, all you can see is trees. And I feel like we have real big expanses of space open and nowhere near enough trees. So I'm going to try and be fitting in some more trees as we finish up. Okay. So now this becomes in a land far away. And then once upon a time moves to here. Perfect. And now it's like the bridge you're going underneath leads you into the magical space. Ooh, once upon a time in a land far away. Ah, it looks loads better. What a better sight line already. Just being able to see both of those. A land far away. Yeah, great shout. Thank you, whoever that was. You were completely correct. All right. No maximum wait time then, no minimum load. Right. That's fine. We'll just send it going every 20 seconds, whatever. Why is there a tree here? Oh, we just moved it. We were going to put it back here, aren't we? Yeah. Another small tree. The bridge would have concrete footers. Yes, that's a good shout. Why am I not bringing a tree with me? There we go. Let's swap these around. Great. Yes, concrete footers. That's a really good shout. Let's use the ride support ones. Oh, let's spell things right. Oh, it's huge. That's probably okay. Large. That's not concrete. Large footer. Footer. Small footer. Okay, well, let's see what the small one looks like. It's probably okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to bother with that one. You can't even see it. But John, did you think you ever go back to Geek in Studios and modify anything? Or would you modify about it if you had a chance? Hey, Joe. No. In a word, I'm sorry. We talked about it a lot today. I actually opened up Geek in Studios on live stream a couple of weeks ago, and it surprised me how much work it would need. And I don't really see it as something we're going to be able to go back to, unfortunately. I would like to go back to Missouri Gardens. because I think it's some of our best work, and I do think it is in a point where we could finish it. Finish is a big word, but you know. Beautiful, love it, some janky concrete. Sorry, dude, came late. No, it's all good, Joe. It's all good. Any Planko 2 news? No, not until I think there's going to be a what's it called? They're going to do. Let's neaten this up. This would just be one large thing. They're doing a gameplay reveal on the 31st, and that is that's I honestly that's all I know right now is that is happening. So yeah, and now obviously, if I did know more, I wouldn't be able to say anyway. But as of now, no. 31st is the only knowledge I have. I'm looking forward to it. Booked the day off work and everything. That's sad, isn't it? Haven't really used much vacation this year. Xander went back to England on his own. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll take the day off. Thank you, whatever that was. I don't know what that was. It's not telling me what that was. What was that? A thing happened. A giant Greek statue. Oh, I know, right? Some sort of time traveler. Yeah, start now and then go back right to the beginning. You have a cool name. I'll let you off. Whatever that thing just happened, I'm very thankful. It doesn't show me anywhere what it was. Why doesn't it show me what that was? I think it was somebody subscribing or something. Yeah, no idea. I need to fix all that sort of stuff. It's so broken. Oh well. Cool. Anyway, yeah, whatever it was, we appreciate you. Would this just be all one big concrete thing rather than individual ones? I feel like it probably would. I think it was Ben Bradley on Patreon. Oh, cool. Well, welcome to Patreon, Ben. I was going to do a thing today where any super chats or anything, we'll put your name in the parking lot. But if it doesn't show me like that, it's a bit irritating. There's a greenish pixel. Yeah, I saw the zombie thing. That's just like the standard Streamlabs dude. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. All right. No? Yes. Oh, look at that sexy Z fighting. Oh, Z fight's crazy, that thing. That's really weird. Wow. Yeah, I think this would just be a thing that sits there, wouldn't it? Cool. All right. I don't know why, but I feel like the ones near the water would be like that. We should probably do that on this side as well. Makes a little bit of sense to me. Pirate music never stops. Is it loud? Because I really can't hear it. Can you all hear the game much? Because I really can't hear the game at this point. I can't really hear in game much. Okay. Are you playing the game yourself, Pixel? Is it your own game you can hear? I can hear it all, but then that's my superpower, being completely oblivious. Yeah, I can't hear it at all. Like it's not even running. Let's turn it off. Noisy horrible thing. How can you hear it, Pixel? Do you have super hearing? Yeah, I can't really hear the game full stop right now, honestly. I didn't know there was game audio. No, it's quiet. It's subtle. I can knock it up a little bit because it's nice to hear it a little. But yeah, if you look at my game audio, yeah, it's like 30. It's not even a lot. Can barely hear the game. I just caught the pirate music. Yeah, I've stopped the pirate music, but hopefully we see the game. I do like the ambience. I forget about it sometimes. It's good having it on though. All right, there's that. Always a bit quieter, much to my surprise when I'm jump scared by ads. Yeah, sorry, I think I am quiet in general. Like my channel is quiet, and I don't really get how to know it's not when I make videos, if that makes sense, you know? Like my channel is quiet, I know it is. Like everything, I can make everything louder. Okay, I'm gonna make everything a little louder. You ready? Okay. I've made myself, and everything should have just got a little louder. So we'll see if that's okay. I apologize if it's not. It needs to be by now. Yeah, no, I don't. Pirate theme is playing in my head. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what the words are. All right. So, do we have to do anything here, or are we happy with that? Like, the problem is, a part of me is like, no, that's Planet Coaster. You have to cover it up. But really, do I? It's probably fine, isn't it? What we do need to do is get rid of this wood path. We can't have it. I put it down, and every time, and I look at it, and I'm like, yeah, wood path. And then I'm like, no, this is so high budget. It's not ridiculous. Like that one maybe, but the brick is doable. But no, it needs to be this. Ah, that's a neat thing. Yes, let's do this. We will turn this into an overflow here, because chances are this will never get used. Now I have to turn my phone down. Sorry. Some sports would be nice. Some sports? Some sports. Hey, Matt Boxall. I don't think the pirates know what the words are, to be fair. No, probably not. It's all Planconian, right? Like, it's a full language. You can go and learn it. Well, not learn it. It's a one-for-one... it's a one-for-one language, right? James Stant wrote it. Like, you can go and learn it. You can learn Planconian. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake people up. Why are you still up at 2:50? Go to bed. It's fine. Just live stream somebody playing a video game. Bigger things in life to worry about. Go sleep. It's my native language. Cool. It's nice to meet a native Blanconian. I'll put some street lights on these, I think. That's going to irritate me if I can't cover it up. There we go. Okay, and then we'll do another one of these here. Boop. Yeah. Okay, cool. Don't keep me up. I can't sleep. I have to go soon and try and sleep. Yes, you do. I am keeping you up because this is way too hyper and crazy to sleep to. Like, this is off the chain, this stream. Like, just put some rope down, man. Like, woo. You should be going and watching Geekism's Restful. That'll help you sleep. That's built to help you sleep. All right. What are we doing here now? Terrain. Do we have... We don't have a good paint that matches this asphalt, do we? No. That's not terrible. We have to kind of pepper some rock into... No, that's crap. We do have one that matches the asphalt then, so maybe we just carry on with the asphalt. There's something very satisfying. I would love to see this. I know we're getting like new path tools and stuff, but if they could make... If they could just give us the path as paint, just for like filling in these odd bits that we end up with, that would be amazing. I like the fact that I didn't know that completely matched. That's very satisfying. Can someone explain where all these 500 guests are? Oh, well, not on this ride. When there's only 500 guests in the park, they pretty much stick to the roller coasters. Man, there's not even anyone on this one. Normally this has got a line. Where are they all gone then? Let's have a look. Here? 500 guests is not many. Like, this has kind of been built to house like 10,000. This is the kind of size park that wants to have 10,000 people in it every day. They're not even lining up here, eh? Wow, look at that. It's the first time that's ever not had a line. Where is everyone then? I was going to be like, oh, they're all just going to queue up in one or two coasters, but no, they're all over the place. I mean, that's fine by me. There must be somewhere they're all stocked up trying to get onto. What's newest? Boomerang? Boomerang's a walk-on as well. Oh, man, you'd have a great day here today, wouldn't you? Thriller minute off the chart excitement of path alignment. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you get it. You get it. In the underground ride at the cinema, that'd be amazing. That would be so good if they were literally like everyone in the park is just lining up for this one ridiculous ride. Where is it? No, that's a walk-on as well. This needs no minimum put onto it. Oh, hold on. Any load. A minimum of 10 seconds and a maximum of 20. Let's get people off this ride. Just send the freaking thing. There you go. Look, these poor people sat there, look, waiting to get off this ride. Alright, that's probably loads. That's probably what everyone is doing. There's probably, every ride's probably got 50 people sat on it waiting to get off. This thing's going. Nobody on. Has this one been set right? Can I select the ride? There it is. No load. Minimum. No minimum. 1 second, sure. Maximum 20. Like that seems like that's fine. Means anyone can get on it and ride it. How many in the park right now? 500 on the nose. It's just by my camera. Can you see it? POV of that cat ride. Okay. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we're over here. I bet that's where they are. Stuck waiting to get off rides. Probably. I mean, I could go around and do it. It's mostly going to be track rides. I can't imagine. What have we got that's actually like tracked? They're not. I already did the rapids, so it constantly runs. So they've just got to wait to get into the station. This, I'm pretty sure there's like one train, so this is probably not that bad. Oh, hippo butt. Ah. It's the ghost train, man. It's like the only thing people give a crap about. I'm going to close the thing. Like, how many trains? It's because the problem is I built it like an Omnimover, and it isn't one. But look at its prestige. Just get off. Go and ride some of the other things. Weirdos. Let's have you walking around the park. I'm just going to stay off for a bit. This park is so beautiful. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate it. He says as he drags you through the pebbles. All right. Well, maybe they'll disperse a little now. Let's see them all coming out of the place. Where is it? I mean, really. I mean, there's not many, but there's maybe 150 people in that line. Ridiculous. Where else could they all be? We get a lot wander over here to the hotels as well. That looks pretty quiet at the moment, though. There's 6 people on that. Maybe 500 people isn't that many. Maybe they're all wandering around the parking lot. Okay. All right. Let's box off this stupid thing. Okay. Really happy with that bridge. It's super high budget. It's not really super high budget. It's a nice wooden bridge. We need to do a mind your head sign on it though. Bring it down a little bit in budget. Is that one Western sign we use for everything? Are you looking forward to creating all new park? I really am, yeah. We did a lot of research about it. Been really looking into how parks are put together, you know, like just, yeah, a lot more. What's this? Chow mein. Chow. Cool. Property. Editable text. One Western sign we use for everything. Boom. No, not that one. Boom. No, not that one. Boom. There's a demo card. Yeah, it's gross, eh? here. That's a bit fantasy-ish. Oh look, somebody's coming out to ride it. New name, new rides, new look, great budget. Yes, all of that. Is this available to download and play? I have to throw the doors open and watch it fill up. Not yet. It will be though. Once we finish it off, there'll be a big release for it. Yeah. Just have speakers blasting. Please remain seated in an Aussie accent at regular interviews to have that real UK Rapids authenticity. No. Please remain seated. Probably, yeah. Please remain seated. No. I think we just put remain seated on the other one. That's why I think we've used mind your head. I think I prefer mind your head. I had to put that there because one 6'7" guy rode it once. No rocking. That's a good one. No rocking. Mind your head. I just love how it's like, oh look, I love it on mind your head. Once upon a time in okay. Let's just finish off the like it literally I just need to put a wall around this thing, that's all, and then it's going to be done. Because I don't think there's anything I can do here, really. I mean, other than make this a shed. Would that make sense if it was like a little shedded house? But like, it's just huge, and I hate that it's huge, and it bothers me. But I don't know what to do about it. Hey, Street Hawk. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I just don't know what to do with this big space. It's just useless. Use the roof from the bridge to cover it. Yeah, no, I mean, if I was going to do a little building, I would just copy this over a bit and use it. But like, I'm trying to think, would it make sense for there to be a little building there? Is my point, you know? Like, would it make sense for there to be a little building there? Because we have the building over here that actually would look after the things, which is so jank. I mean, this is so ridiculously jank, this bit of the ride here. I suppose this could have a building that like the staff would go in, but like this is the sort of thing that has one person sat in it for the day. I don't know, you know? Water treatment. I mean, we kind of have that down here already. It kind of has to be at the level of the water. But like a building next to that that's like, hey, this is part of water treatment. Like, does that make sense? I suppose it does, doesn't it? What I'm trying to say is, if I spend a bit of time doing this, is it gonna make sense that there's a building here? You know, I think it will. Fairy pergola? No, it don't need to be fancy. It needs to be serviceable. Electrical building, boat shed, needs a boat on land being repaired. Yeah, couldn't figure out how to do it. Don't really want to make one with art shapes. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put a little building here. I'm gonna copy this as the base of it, and we're gonna box it in. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Mill powered, yeah. It's all just too high budget. Like, we've already spent all the budget on that today. Right here, something that then. No, I don't want it to connect. I was thinking like it can have a little, you know, cover all for some of the boats, but I think it should. I think the boats should be out of the thing. Let's have a look here. Something that sits like that. And doesn't go much higher than the other one. Yeah. Yeah, and we can say it's like a pumping station or something. Just... yeah. I actually think that's a good idea. Just covers up that huge station, you know? Just a roof. Yeah, but it's just no reason for it to exist, is there? That's the problem. There's no reason for this huge station to be here. Whereas if we put a building down and just kind of be like, yeah, it's a pump thing, then it makes total sense, you know? I think that's the way to go. All right, wood wall. Now, we have to be reasons behind this. It can't just be that we're putting some scenery somewhere for the sake of it. Everything in Pinewood is there because it needs to be there. Which wall did we use here? Which roof? Which, yeah, was it that one? It's that one, but the painted one. Not natural. Painted wood batten. Is that one? Nope. Painted wood plank, yeah. This ride will have more infrastructure than anything else we've built in Pinewood. Oh, that's really annoying. We'll have to move that. Okay, so let's do that and that. We'll put something on there to give it a bit of a design. We'll shift these couple of barrels as well. And then we put, where is it? 1 meter one around it. That's fine. And then we'll carry this trim all around, because that's nice and cheap. Off the grid of the station. I want to scooch it over a bit for the queue line by the boats and the border of the station on the far side poking through. Oh yeah, yeah, where it's peeking through we will. Yeah, absolutely. Oops. Oh my god, what's the hotkey to switch between angle, snap, and free on the advanced movement tool? Space. So Pinewood is the sort of part that doesn't look at the paint colour charts, they look at the price per litre. Absolutely. It does help that the guy who makes Pinewoods is, like, incredibly colourblind. So that's why they don't look at the paint charts, because it wouldn't help. Looks like the gate's going through the wall. Assuming you mean here, yes. On this side, yes. Oh, I see. Oh, right. Well, we're much further out than we should be. Okay, that's fine. We can shrink it all down once we're done. No problemo. Very easy fix. We need to move the whole thing anyway, so... What on earth? How is that not lined up? That's ridiculous. Anyone else hold their breath when they're doing stuff like that? I don't know why I do. Is there going to be any DLC on Planet Coaster 2? I don't know. This game's not even out yet. What are you asking me for? But yes, probably. Large ductwork going in. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it needs some walls going in there. Let's get it to where we need it to be, first of all. It needs to come this way a little. And... probably that way a little. I'll just take it to the fence there. I quite like it sat like fairly close up to this here. There we go. And then how far off we are these gates? No, that's fine. I was going to say we can continue to adjust that, but we don't need to. That's good. These need to go. Oh Jesus! These need to go. Planet Coaster 2 Battle Pass? Maybe. I'd buy it. I mean, like, I'm kind of hoping I'd just get offered a free copy for covering it, but, like, even if I didn't, I would... God, whatever. They could say it's $200 because you get a golden hat. Like, I'd buy it. Like, I'm going to throw money at this thing. Planet. Look at me, I'm typing planet. I want the rough brick, is it? Yeah. This, but grey. Looks really good. Slight splash of colour. Works really well, and we'll use this over here in a moment as well. Here and build off the grid. Ah, I didn't keep the colours. I think it was that one, and that one, was it? It's close enough to me, I think. We've done that on the other side. Nope. And then, yep, this all just becomes this. And it will need a fence behind it, but for now, it is fine. Do we actually fake it to there? For the sake of the path or not? No, I think we probably just fake it like that, don't we? That looks better. I mean, never loved what we can do with this stuff, to be honest. Where the paths go from down here. So, I'm happy to kind of just sort of box it in. Call it a day. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Okay, we'll need to do something here with some fencing and what have you, but that's fine. This needs that. Kinda hate how you're never able to line these up properly, but that's okay. No, I don't want to move the ride. just want to do something like this. And then... Ah, when you get the colours each time. Emergency exit for stacked up boats. Yeah, that's fair. As long as they can get through it. $6,000 in Planet 2. I've certainly got my money's worth. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it all, right? Like, I played the hell out of these games. Like, oh, that's really annoying. It's okay. We can fix this. We can do this, and we can do that, and we can go bloop, and we can not even worry about it ever again. That's great. In fact, I will copy that piece. Throw it into here. Boop, boop. Pavement. I use this stuff too much. Meh. Fix that. Beautiful. All right. Made another grueling Saturday, almost bearable. Lovely content. Thank you, Mr. Nick. I appreciate it, buddy. You're welcome here. 6,000 hours is insane. I've only put 1,200 into Planet Coaster. I thought it was way more until I looked. Unless Steam reset at some point, because 1,200 seems low. But yeah, that's all I've put into the game. A few spots here where just it needs a fence. Kind of hate doubling up on these fences, but this just wouldn't be open here. I kind of like how it caps off the gaps there. Ooh. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. This is a thing that exists. Okay. Yeah, happy with all that. Okay, I mean, that screams door there, doesn't it? So let's put a little door in. I would like it packaged all the pieces recolorable. I think a good chunk of them will be. They do have this argument that non-recolorable items are usually more higher resolution. But I don't know. Something more stylish. Yes, I would like to. All of this is overkill for me. Like half of these rides, this ride wouldn't have any of this. It would have a queue, and you would leave the queue and get in the ride. Like none of this, like loading. Like this is fine for roller coasters. It doesn't happen anywhere else. You just get it. You just climb into the ride. Alright, door. No rough brick door, eh? It's kind of nice. Like some of these are good, but they're a bit too big. We're just gonna go to like Old Faithful, aren't we? me just staff only sign there. Oh yeah. All-round local theme park doesn't have gates and fencing at the boat exit, just some bollards to grab onto as you climb out. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just overkill for so many of these smaller rides. Will Meanderville be a similar scale project to Pinewood? Probably. Like, I constantly say to myself, oh, we'll do a little bit of a smaller scale, and then we don't. So, yeah, probably. The idea with Meanderville is that I want the place to have, I want it to be like a master plan project. So, unlike where Pineville has moved through the decades and had extensions put on, I want Meanderville to be, for the most part, here's the park, and it's all sort of built with at least with the like initial areas. I've been really enjoying the coverage leading up to the launch of Epic Universe, excuse me. So I kind of just love the fact how the whole thing is just sort of like seemingly coming out of the ground, and it's going to open day one with these 4 areas, and that, like, the first time I've really seen something of that scale happen, and unfollowed, you know. Solid stuff door, no window. Yeah, well, there's so little options. Like, it's fine. It will be a frosted window, whatever. Like, it's not. We're very limited with doors. We can't really be that picky. Same thing with Meanderville that you're doing now. Yeah, quick. No. As much as I love Planet Zoo, the main reason I went from Planet Zoo to Planet Coaster is that I felt like I was done with Planet Coaster for the most part. It isn't that Planet Zoo pulled me away from it. I would really like to have played both. Planet Zoo is awesome, but it didn't quite have the holding, staying appeal that Planet Coaster had for me. Anyway, yes. So yeah, being able to watch Epic Universe sort of seemingly all to come together in one go has really sort of interested me, and so I kind of feel like that. Do you want me 4 zones in base raid? I do. I'm actually looking at doing 5 zones. And I'm also going to be taking inspiration from what Evermore tried to do, what Evermore could have been. So each of the 5 zones is actually going to be based around an element. 4 of them being the elements that we know, wind, fire, rain, wind, fire, water, and earth, and then the 5th is going to be an arcana or a magical element. As well as those 5 elements, each zone will have a like a clan or a group, so to speak, that the sort of acting staff and everyone is part of, and like so for instance, one of the zones is going to be the water zone. So there's going to be water elements, and the music will have watery themes, and there'll be water rides, and maybe some flumes. I don't know whether the water park stuff will come over into Mandeville, but it's going to be a water-focused area. But it's also going to be like a Tortuga-style area, and so there will be like a pirate clan there, and there will be like pirates actors. You know, this is how much of this we'll be able to put in the game, I don't know, but like the idea behind it will be this is a Tortuga style pirate area, and then as a secondary motif it's water, and then there's going to be like a Moroccan temple-y / market area that is very based around earth, so lots of earthy tones and earthy colours, and perhaps the coast there might have like a going down into the mining earth valley type thing, you know. So that's kind of what I'm doing. It's all still on the air, and I'm making notes and scribbling stuff down, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, is that each area is sort of themed that way. The spooky area will be like a feudal village, but there is like a fire festival happening, so it'll take a lot of references from things like Wicker Man and Coachella, you know, that sort of like lots of fire elements and carnival and a little spooky and creepy. And then there will be a Tesla / sort of mage punk style area, you know, pipes and electrics and all that, but that's going to be the wind focused one, so they're trying to harness the power of the wind. And then the 5th area will be the family friendly area that will be more sort of traditional fantasy, but I'm thinking of going for like a Hobbiton type look. So lots of wood and curvy carved wood, a little bit like that's the one I've been working on recently, so that might be why that bridge has come out like it did today. But that's going to be the elements of sort of arcana or magic or whatever we decide to call it. So yeah, that's kind of the idea anyway. It's all still very much a work in progress, and I'm tweaking around with stuff, but there's going to be the 5 sort of areas: a spooky fire carnival, a mad scientist trying to harness wind power, a Moroccan style sort of temple market, a Tortuga style water area, and a Hobbiton style fantasy area. So those are the 5 themes I'm looking at. There you go. Glad you asked, aren't you? Could the water park element go into a separate park hotel, a bit like Splash Mountain is? Maybe. It kind of depends on the scale of the project and how big we can actually build in and what we're able to get away with and stuff. So, but yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be looking at doing, yeah. Give me that temple brick. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's a little smoother than I thought it was. It'll probably be okay. Christmas section. Not a whole section, no. What we've done in the past is decorated the park for Christmas and for Halloween when they've come out with those sets. But I wouldn't do a section that was always Christmas, I don't think. Oops. On a building base here. Google. Can't believe you just said your son is 9. I remember when he was born. He's not 9. Oh. Mr. Mac, you're way behind. You won't be hearing this at the time, unless you've kept up. He's going to be 7 in a couple of weeks. When he is 9, I'm planning a trip to Europe. That's maybe what you heard. Yeah, he'll be 7 in 2-3 weeks. It's crazy. I mean, that's still insane. Oh, just caught up. There you go. Hey. Yeah, no, he's 7. So. Shame evermore was so mismanaged. It was a cool idea of a terrible execution. Yeah, exactly. And that's like there's going to be a lot of references in Neanderville. Like, I'm going to really try and use a lot more reference material than I did with Pinewood. And Evermore, and what Evermore could have been is going to be a big chunk of it. Yeah. Do you know if they will keep the same music in PC2? I love these soundtracks. It's very similar. I don't know if it's the exact same music, but I heard 3 or 4 of the tracks from it, and it sounds like the same composers, and it's got the same vibe. It's everything they played had like a bit of a tropical vibe, I guess, because of the water park. So I'm hoping like the whole soundtrack isn't like that, but it very much had the same vibe. right. I really want to box this off today, so let's just see. Is this box offable? This needs a thing here. That's probably not good enough. Maybe it is. We did fill that in there. No, I think this has to get pulled around. Walk around the house singing it. Yeah, I kind of dig the Planko music. My favourite thing still to this day is the in the music was the barbershop quartet they added singing the theme. It's great. It wasn't really barbershop, but they did a pretty good job. Some pipe work over to the lead. The problem with the pipe work, it looks a bit goofy. Like, we tried to put some in on these things, but it looked a bit goofy. So I think we just leave it like that. Okay, so we need to pull this out a little. We need a couple of trees here. Try to incorporate into everything, even the mascots. Yeah, no, it's... I've always said this. The management side of this game is very bare bones and fine. Luckily, it's not the sort of thing I care too much about, but it's not great. But one thing they do really well is all of that stuff. The world building, the art direction, I've always loved. They just nail that sort of stuff, you know? They make a very pretty looking and sounding game. Attention to detail. I think you, I'm not too sure what I did just then, suggested I have attention to detail, but I'll take it. There we go. That's fine. Like, don't mind the fact that some of that is left open. I think that was a good addition. I think just being able to close off that ridiculous station has actually worked quite well. Does this need something on it? First time catching stream. Have you heard of Pleasure Woof? That's like a dogging, a place to go dogging. Sorry. Yes, I have it. A pleasure world, I assume you mean. A Pleasurewood Hill. Yes. Somebody pointed out to me on about episode 8 of Pinewood Hill. They're like, is this meant to be like Pleasurewood Hill? I was like, no. I don't know why, for some reason, pleasure was a word that we felt acceptable to use in naming theme parks in the UK for a while. Like, it's not a family friendly pleasure. It's not a family friendly word. But Pleasurewood Hills, yeah, we did a little sort of digital tour of it one time, and had a look around. It's very similar though. Thanks for riding. Yeah, thanks for riding. Good work. But although you're going to see this if you are. Actually, I was thinking more of like a remain seated kind of sign. Did we do a couple of these? Oops. Like, I feel like I've used these a lot recently, but I kind of love them. And they are the sort of things that you would just have peppered. Like, that one actually looks a bit like Pinewood. That's the scariest thing. Pleasure Island from Pinocchio, maybe, but that wasn't a great place. You know? I can't imagine anyone watched Pinocchio and was like, yeah, Pleasure World. Yeah, Pleasure Island. That's good. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, there's a lot of it. And it's just a weird name. Too antique looking? Well, no, I think it's okay. I feel like Pinewood is the sort of place that wherever it could, if it felt like it could cheaply hark back to its golden days, it would. And also, actually, I think that is a good thing because it'll tie it into the fact that this was built at a roughly same time and also has them. Yeah. Yeah, no, I dig that. This is always my go-to chill-out creative game, even after all these years. That's good. Remember the random vintage signs they have in places like Butlins? Yeah, exactly. It's 100%. Hey, do you remember when like this is all you could do and it was really popular? That's what Butlins is going for anyway. Yeah, I was talking Mineral who came on to do the awesome Pinewood Manor was talking the other day about how it would be really good to be able to build like a real jank resort. Like if we get go-karts in the game again, and if they ever did mini golf, you could just build Butlins, you know, like a couple of crappy water slides, go-karts, mini golf, and a hotel, and you've basically got Butlins. Make the paint peel a bit. Yeah, I think they're great. I think they're exactly the sort of thing you would find somewhere like this. Okay, so here we need a remain seated sign. So let's duplicate that and put it. Oh, do we put it overward? Did we put it over? No, I don't think we do we? We put it here where nobody can even read it anyway. Oh, wrong case. Spelt it wrong. Butlins UK longish. Yeah. There's basketball hoop games that guess that actually win carry around giant toys. Oh, I'd love that. We have them in here, but they're just for show. I think I built the basketball one, but I genuinely can't remember. I have such a bad memory about this sort of stuff. I know that I built this, the water one. I know I built that. Hold on, I'm just going to rub. Because I remember looking at this the other day and thinking, isn't there like aren't there like targets now or something? Oh, let's get rid of the vintage. Maybe it's in building. Watching Play Broncos the other day, and Mask sarcastically gave you credit for the basketball game. Sarcastically? I think it's because they hadn't. They hadn't. They used it, and I was like, "Oi, you shout everyone out that you put stuff down like that, and you didn't shout me out." I don't know why. People always think that because I was at the time one of the larger creators, I didn't need it. I'm like, no, screw you, shout me out. Yeah, isn't there like? Oh, here we go. Targets. Target small. It's still freaking huge. I think I came in to put this in these, and I'm like, it's massive still. I think it kind of looks. It's nicer anyway, though. It looks nicer. Medium, large. Target flipper small. Ugh. small. What's that one look like? I do kind of dig them though. Like it's just a nice little replacement. What sort of thing am I doing when I'm going into this thing and updating it at this point? I'm going to do it. No, can't do that, can I? Boop, 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 boop. Aye. Because I imagine that's going to be... That's the medium? What? Come on. Come on, Frontier. What? Show me a game in the world that has something that big on it. Jeez. Like, even that is a little too big, really. But at least it's, like, accurate. At least it's, you know, like, it's basically the size that we did these ones at. Can't I see new pathing? Oh, I'm cautiously optimistic. Never understand why some of these pieces are so large, right? Like I'm actually all for the game having a slightly larger footprint, and you know it's a little bit more sort of crazy. But come on, like a backdrop? Yes, it would. Yeah, nah, keep yours. Really? I don't know. I quite like those. It also reduces the piece count by 1/3. Like, I quite like the texture on them. I never loved how the art shapes sit into each other. I mean, it's a bit of a faff, I will say, but it's okay. I'm not updating the one in Conifer. No, no. I'm not going to put this back on the workshop. I think nobody got time for that. I like the fact that I made something that was good enough that all of the real good, like, realistic park builders that I like respected used it. Like that was enough for me. Like, the fact that it was good enough that, like, I'm pretty sure Rubel put it in one of his, and it's in No Name Landia, I think, or maybe just this, maybe the basketball thing is in No Name, maybe not this. I can't remember whether he used this or not. But I just love the fact that all the people that were making realistic stuff that I respected saw this and was like, oh yeah, that looks like the thing it's supposed to look like. I'm using it. That was a very proud moment for me. Just now when this guy's pissing all over me. I can't believe I have to do this twice every time just to get rid of him. The art shape pieces are weird, man. Shoot him up. And also, it was really good to be able to use some of these ridiculous pieces that you'd never use otherwise, you know. One thing I like this game is the community it's created. Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Like, lifelong friends. Like, it's awesome. I definitely stepped away when I couldn't make the content because it was sort of upsetting to me a little that I couldn't. But it's really great to come back and be welcomed back. Ah! Oh, Jesus, Johnson. Cool. For scaling. Oh, can you imagine? Imagine just being able to make those things 40% smaller. Oh, what a dream. I'm glad to have you back. Thank you, Mr. Gomez. How long have we been going? 3 hours 15. Jesus Christ. I think we're all really happy to have you back. Thank you, Mr. Mac. I appreciate it. I wasn't fishing there, by the way. I was being honest. Oh, look, Mass Bandit's old-time photo booth. That should say old-timey. Why doesn't that say old-timey? Maybe that's why it wouldn't fit. There you go. Okay. And what made us do that? Oh, we were going to look at the basketball thing. Wouldn't it be nice if they had these real? This would be really great. Yeah, I think I did that one, and I think I did the hooker duck. But I don't think I did the teddy bear. I think I robbed the teddy bear from Rubles once. I think. But made the rest of it with the actual little duckies. Look at those, they're great. Yeah, the koala bears, yeah. Yeah. I would love them to add these, yeah, I really would. I love the fact that we've got the fishing ropes, look. But I think I did, I'm pretty sure I made the minions. I think I made these minions. I forgot all about those, man. Ah, look at that. Yeah, and just the rope leading back down again. Yeah, it's pretty good, that, innit? I can pull it out when I need to. Doesn't happen very often, but when I need to, I can pull it out. That's pretty solid, that. Yeah. Yeah, they were both pretty good. Oh, and I think I did this as well. I think I've seen a few people do these. Oh, I was going to ask about this. I think, Mast, I don't know if you're still with us. I think I saw one of you put one of these in Conifer, and you had an awesome wheel. Was it a TMTK piece, that? Because it was perfect for these. I would swap it out tomorrow if I could. Yeah. Oh, look at that sexy Z fight in there. Why are you doing, Johnsy? Why are you going back into all this stuff? Forget it. I can't do it. So don't look at it. Don't look at it. Someone who would actually does the midway games of these parks, I don't think I've ever touched them. As in, like, put them down. They don't do anything. They just look good. For me, personally, they're important because... we changed the name of one of them. We changed the name to that one, Pinewood, look. They're important because they're such a big part of parks, so especially at this scale. Like, to be honest with you... Oh, that's... Sorry. Stunt fall dumpster. Holy crap. Oh, I see. They fall into it. Oh my god, we got to get this thing everywhere. Sorry, Midway. Yes, Midways are such a big part of these parks that you kind of have to have them in, you know? Oh god, what did I move there? Jeez, what an idiot. Oh my word. This thing's held together by duct tape. Yeah. Someone made a strongman game. Oh, that's a good idea as well. That's a good fit. Yep. These, look at that. Love it. I've done it again. Yeah, 14 objects in that apparently. It's because I go in and duplicate it, that's the problem. What I need to do is split it from the building and then duplicate it. Seems emptying, guys, they're full. Yeah. Who actually does the midway games at these parks? I don't think I've ever touched them. Yeah, no, I don't read. Well, no, that's not true. Canada's Wonderland, they have a little strip of them where like you pay $5 and they win the thing. And like, I've always took Xanders to them because I'm like, I'm basically paying $5 for a cheap little crappy stuffy. But like he can't lose it. Like now he's getting a bit older, probably not so much because he's understanding that now. But the first few times we went, it was like a hooker duck basically, and like he just sat there until he got one, and then they were like, "Here you go," and they gave him a little stuffy, and I paid $5 for a stuffy basically. Like I didn't mind that because he thought he was playing the game and really getting into it, and he got a prize, and it wasn't just a throw a ball in a hoop and it misses and you've lost outright. So we always did those with him because he just really enjoyed the idea that he was winning a prize. And like I said, you couldn't lose. The ones where you can lose, I don't know what the hell they're doing them because the prize is always crap anyway, even if you do win. Okay. Are we boxing off the boat ride? Are we done here? Sorry I'm late. Got the shit out of my lip while shaving. Oof, that's gross. Like take a chunk out? I've done that before. Like shaved so badly I literally took a chunk of my face off. Okay, happy with all this, happy with that. Okay, let's just snag it. Okay, let's do a snag. We need a name. I have started putting names up. I've started putting names up on Patreon for people to pick, or people to, so if you head over to Patreon, if that's something you're interested or able to do, you can currently come up with names for the boomerang. Yeah, so that's how it started. But since we built this mostly on live stream, we'll get the name on live stream. It's not finished, but we need a name, and we'll do a sign for it, and then we're done. I think. Let's just snag it. Okay, so we're going to snag it, all right? So this is something I normally do off camera, but here we'll do it on camera. So the first snag is this needs to be fenced. Come on, there's a thing here I can jump on. I know there is. It's there. Boop. There we go. And you find these, you run with them because it'll mean your first chunk of pieces are lined up. You see? Look at that. Bo, 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 bo. Oh, never on a grid. There. Yeah, so what can we call this little boat ride? Suggestions in the comments, please. Think about the fact that it's fairy tale and all that stuff. Let's carry this. Yeah, you. That's what I want. to here. We. Okay, let's have a look. Story Garden, that's cute. I like that. Pinewood Adventure, that's cute. Raging Tempest, I think you might have missed the vibe a little. Boat Face, oh my god, what year is this? I'll carry this on over from here. Yeah, and then we'll just carry this fence then. Here. Once Upon a Book. Oh, I like Once Upon a something. Once Upon a Book. Once Upon a Story. Once Upon a Dream. That's a thing, isn't it? That's a song from. Is it Cinderella? I know you. I walked with you once upon a dream. Beautiful, I know. Once Upon a Boat. I don't mind Once Upon a Boat, actually. Once Upon a Boat Ride. Once Upon a Boat Ride. That sounds really sweet. Once Upon a Pine Book, Storybook. Once Upon a Storybook. I like Once Upon a Storybook and I like Once Upon a Boat Ride. Any variations on either of those? Once Upon a Stream. I mean, that's good because there's a stream of water and we built most of this upon a stream. How about just Once Upon? I mean, Once Upon a is nice as well. Once Upon a Page is good. Once Upon a Stream, I think, is really good because that's like a double meaning, right? Because it is on a stream and you take a little stream around, but also we built most of this on streams. I mean, I went back and even a couple of years ago, we built a lot of these characters on streams. So, yeah, I think Once Upon a Stream might win it. Joshua and Ashley. It looks like you both said that at roughly about the same time. I think Once Upon a Stream might be really good, actually. Yeah, all right, we'll go with Once Upon a Stream. Good job. Good job. Nice work. Okay. That's a good name. Yeah, I think so as well. We just need a bit more fencing, don't we? We just duplicate this. Aye. Irritating how difficult it is to put fences on paths, to be honest, because of how it's difficult to select stuff by a path. Oh my god, I got into the fencing zone then. Could you tell? Sorry for going quiet. My phone's going off. Just check it's nothing important. Okay. Cool, riveting. Yeah, sorry. I got in the fence zone. Just absolutely angled in onto the fencing. Okay. I mean, they probably would have been riveted, yeah. Another tree here. Like I said before, lack of tree coverage is kind of crazy. Where's a nice oak one? We just not use oak one. I need to come in here and oak 3. Do we not use oak 1 anywhere? That's oak 1 there. And that's 2 as well. Maybe we use an oak 2. It might not fit. It certainly won't fit. Oh, crud, these are huge. Ash it is. Yeah, ash. Buy them from Oakwood. Buy them from Oakwood, sorry. Yeah. There's too many pines in Pinewood. Geekism, do you think there will be regular slides without water in Planet Coaster 2? Just like a slide from like a playground? Probably not. That's good. I really like the fact that this has got a little bit wooded. There's not much I can do on this side, I don't think. Because it's quite thin there as the height variation. There we go. Okay, before we do the sign, let's do a quick snagging. Are we okay with this being open? I think we are. I think I'm okay with it. Maybe I might just bring down this. Just so there's a little bit of the bridge in it, you know? But otherwise, I think it's okay. Yeah, just so it kind of connects into the whole thing. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. Let's walk the queue. This is cut off there. This is all fine. That's cut there. These wooden things are a little fun. Okay. This here. What's this? There's a bush or something in here that's creeping too much. Why can't I select it? Oh, it's a big old tree. And now I've zoomed out. Ah. Just use a big old tree to get some coverage there, have we? Okay. Well, that is what it is. Okay, that's that. All right, let's go back. Okay, there we go. For some reason that wouldn't select. Here then, this is all okay. Okay, so here's the next issue then. We need fencing there. Easily done. We'll copy it over from here. So yeah, this is the, for me personally, this is the difference that makes a difference. Just checking all of these little bits. I'm already spotting more. Okay, that's fine there. We go up. Come across that beautiful little bridge. We come down. It's all pretty plain, but otherwise it's fine. And this is open. Okay. Alright, happy with all that. Good. Go back to that build in a minute so we can see the screen a bit more. Okay. So, come down. Concrete footers look good there. Once upon a time, that looks good there. All good on this side. Far off land looks good. This, there we go. We can't see the far away here because of this one ball. So that's got to go. There we go. And crap don't die fence. Yep. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. This is all okay. Yep. Don't mind that you can see behind there because your eyes are going to be here. 3 pigs. Sheep. The wolf getting ready to come and have a go on the pigs. All of this here. The old fence battered. New fence has been put in. New fence isn't looking great either, though. Queen heart's looking good. Gap through there. All of this looking good. Humpty Dumpty. Around. This has all been foliaged. Pinocchio. That's all okay over there. Let's just check if we run through here. Did we get to a fence? Yes. Okay, that's good. Make sure that the ride is completely enclosed. Old Mother Hubbard. Mice are looking fine. One of them's lost their walking stick. Hansel and Gretel looking good. Okay. Just spotted another thing. Probably going to take this hedge up to here. Okay. Jack and Jill, yeah, they look good. They're all fine. Hey Andrew, we're just doing a snagging pass on this. Okay, so here then, I think this would be very little going on back here, so we need some bushes because this would overgrow like crazy back here. So I'll do some bushwork in here. Some old scabby down. Scaviola. Okay, just taking the edge off back there. Yep, that's good. Maybe a little bit more. Cool. And then a little bit around the bottom of this. Oops. Great. All right, let's have a look. Jack and the Beanstalks looking good up into the clouds. And here, we get to see all of this horrible thing. We were going to make this all McDonald, but I think I like the fact that it's just jank. Because you're going to be looking at the dragon anyway with a bit of steam. And then all the mice for the Pied Piper. Bring it through here. The end. Yeah, I like the fact that there's something relatively good on the other side to stop you looking at this. So here you've got the dragon, which stops you looking at the yard, the boatyard, and then here you've got the rip off of the Alton Towers worm. So you don't look at the other side, and it's good. It's something so that parents can go, oh look, and get the kids not looking at all the crap stuff basically. There we go. What's the metal pole for? Like a character that's been taken down. Exactly that. Yeah, that's the level of jank we're at here. Something's fell to bits, and they've took it off to repurb it and not put anything back. Putting that Dragon Audio Raw to it. That sounds like an awful lot of money. An emergency exit on the blank part of the wall. What part of the wall? Okay. So, who spotted the mistake? Who spotted the big problem that we need to go and fix? Let's see if anyone's seeing the same thing I did. Was it Mr. Blobby from the 90s? Yeah, they lost their license, had to take it down. Bloppy, bloppy, bloppy. Anyone? Cheaper than the Giga you promised to do. I never promised anything of the sort. Missing character? No, he's meant to be missing. Something we've done today and we haven't done properly. If anyone can spot the missing bit. You can't see it here. Let's get somewhere you can see it a little. Okay, now I can see it. Missing hypercoaster? No. I'll show you because it's so specific. When we put this building in, behind here, we carried this wall out here. We didn't do it on the other side. So we just have an open spot here. There it is. So we have to fix that. We're just going to take that to there. And then another one should do it, I think. Yep, nice. And then the rest is a fence, yeah. Yeah, I suppose technically that should be covered up there, but I don't think you're ever going to see that. Cool. Side road mission security cam. I mean, well, yeah, this would have a few security cameras around it, but that's not something I've been willing to do because we haven't done that anywhere else. There we go. But my goodness, can we finally say that the boat ride is done? How do we look? Let's see. Anything really jumping out at me? I think we're doing pretty good. I think it's looking pretty good. Crane. No, I think we said we'd just bring one in. I don't think we've got the right pieces for it. I think we do this. Do a sign, but I've been streaming for long enough now. I might do a sign off camera. I do want to do a sign though, and I think Once Upon a Stream is a great name for it, and that will remind us that we did it on stream. Okay, we need to just tidy this up a little as well. That's the other thing I mentioned on the walk around. Should just be able to take it from there over to that one. There we go. Nice. How much DLC do you have to work with? I just got this game during the Steam Summer Sale. I find Sandbox kind of limited. Completed career mode yet? All of it. Yeah, like I have everything. So I don't think you need everything. I think depending on what you want to build, really. I think Spooky added a lot for me. Studios added a lot for me. And Adventure, probably the three I would recommend. Don't die fence where, though? Like, where needs a don't die fence? Oh, we need a fence off the back of the ride here, actually, thinking about it. This should be fenced. Yeah, this should be fenced. Oh, and this as well. Oh, my God, there's loads still to do. We're all sitting here thinking we're patting our backs saying we're done. Okay, we'll keep this pretty simple. This I might even just turn on the path fence in here for this bit, I think. Yeah, I think we just do that.
Yeah, and then I think we just enter in the back. If you can buy all the DLCs, it give you more options. I mean, it does, yeah. It depends on what price they are. I don't think I'd pay full price for them now. With PC2 just sort of around the corner, but if you can pick them up at a good price, you'll have a lot of fun with them. I don't mind a bit of don't die fencing around the back of this. And Pal greetings from Yank in Liverpool. How's it going? Beautiful part of the world. The people of Liverpool are amazing. And amazing 10 years I lived there for. Loved every minute of it. Beautiful place. Oh, have you seen the game? Have you seen any gameplay of Planet Coaster 2? Yes. Hope Frontier uses the same engine lighting as Planet Zoo. Pre-release shots look hyper-saturated. They do. I think they have dialed them up a little bit. Gameplay-wise, looked similar to the Zoo. Definitely has the new lighting and stuff. Why the floor-to-ceiling fence? Just stops anyone running off and being weird. Would prefer this not to poke here. Just going to finish up a bit here. Do you have a team you like in the Premier League? No, I don't really follow football. That's the end of that sentence. I own that print shop now. You used to frequent. Nice to see you started your channel again. Oh, okay, cool. On Bold Street? You're asking me to remember now. It's been a long time, but yeah. Just getting there a lot. I used to get all my quiz stuff done there. Oh no. Isaiah, sorry. I know who you are now. On the Vale, yes. I just thought you were a random Yankee Liverpool. Oh, hey, buddy. How's it going? Yes, oh, good. Oh, you own it now. Oh, awesome. How's oh god, I forget the older guy who was there. He had the cutest little dog. I remember the dog called Poppy. It's usually what I remember is the dog's names and not the humans' names. Yeah, I do know, buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, we had a bit of time away. Well, I had to go and get a proper job and stuff because I got divorced and couldn't afford to do this anymore. But now I'm back. Still only doing this sort of part-time, but yeah. Yeah, it's good to be back. Gordon, yeah, he retired. Oh, good for him. That's the dream, eh? That's the dream. How's that? Do we mind that? I mean, that is literally there just to clean that fence up, but I don't hate that. And we can have another sign here that says remain seated. Oh, I wonder if let's just park that for a minute. I wonder if we can sync the thin sign so it just reads on the sign. That would be pretty neat.
Because then we could do a couple that say, please remain seated at all times or something like that, you know? One day this thing will be finished. Trigger. No, not triggerable. I'm sorry. Editable was the a bull word I was looking for. Okay. All right. Please remain. That's fine. I want to capitalize though. Please remain. Now, here's the trick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, here's the trick. You've got to write these at the right size, else they... as they don't look right. Please remain seated, because if I do that, look, the seats will be bigger. See? So, seated at... Still too big. Okay. Seated at space. Seated at... Space, space, space. Seated at space, 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 space. Beautiful. Please remain seated at... Oops. All times. Space, 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 space. Nice. That looks great. Happy with that. Happy with that indeed. All right. Please remain seated at all times. Beautiful. I should probably say something similar here as well. Oh, wait. Am I a little off there? Oh, I am a little off, look. Very jank. It's so jank. That looks good. Actually quite proud of that, actually. Actually, that looks pretty good. Like, it's the exact sort of thing you would say. That's really good. I mean, it's janking as much as, yes, it's a sign that says sit the fuck down. But, like, you know, they all say sit the fuck down. I like the idea of this as being a slightly later edition as well. That's why the wood doesn't match and whatever else. Alright. Because I don't think the remain seated sign will fit along there, so... That reminds me of a little car ride that used to be at Thorpe Park, long gone now. That sounds almost like the exact sort of thing we were looking at doing, yeah. The other one needs a sign that says please. The other one needs a sign that says please remain seated. Yeah, I don't want to add the please. The please, you can't add the please onto there. So I think that's okay. That's okay, I think. There we go. This is a long gas station. It's ridiculous. Okay, cool. I just realised I was moaning saying, oh, only roller coasters need these. I completely forget that this is a roller coaster. We literally used a roller coaster for this ride because there wasn't a boat ride that was this sort of scale in the game. Okay, I think we're done. The only thing we haven't done is the signage, but I think we'll be able to box this boat ride off. Excellent work, guys. High five. And we're going to leave the stream there. Appreciate you all to bits. Thank you for joining me. We've nearly done. We've just done short of 4 hours. That's pretty good going. We're going to wrap up now. I'm going to get some lunch, and then I'm going to work on a Geekies and Restful video and a video for the Inkwell, which are the other two channels that I work on. One is for chilled out gameplay content to help with sleep. And the other is a news channel for Lorcana, which is a Disney trading card game. Just so you know. Love you all to bits. I will see you next Saturday in live form, and obviously there'll be videos through the week. Hopefully we see a new screenshot for Planet Coaster 2. That'd be nice, but no, who knows? We'll see. All right. Love you all to bits. Till the next one. Be good.